Close enough.
Why, hello everyone. Welcome to Fallout Coldfront, the Fallout 2D20 campaign we run Saturday evenings at 6 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. PM, of course. I'm not getting up in the morning for an RPG, even though I love them. So, last session, you all did a little scavenging mission at a department store in the ruins of Indianapolis. That went pretty well, all things considered. You all did not really get swarmed by the ghouls. They knew about you, but thankfully you were locked in the department store by the time that they were alerted. You all got some fancy new digs, some jewelry, some Santa, or a Santa costume to advance the plot, and to never be spoken of again. I'm trying to remember, was there anything else that you guys got in the department store? Was that it?
Drinks.
We got
Sunset Sarsaparilla. Nuka-Cola Quantum.
Thank you for remembering that name.
Yes.
Sunset Sarsaparilla.
That's right. Yep. Fresh delight. But yes, you got some specialty soda to possibly bring to Lady Armitage, who is the, the monarch of Xanadu, as far as you have been told. So you are going to Xanadu for two reasons. One is to find Cortlant, the scientist you guys have been chasing this entire campaign. And two is to find Radamanthus, Dr. Fletcher's brother, who is reportedly and purportedly here. Those are synonyms, right? And they just sound
You really
the same.
could have just said one.
I know.
It would have worked.
They rhyme. It's perfect. But you all arrived at Xanadu by way of armored van last session. Got out. We're in the line to executive access. You successfully convinced them that you were rich. And then they asked for, that's great. Glad you're going to spend money. Would you mind spending money? And just as soon as that problem surfaced, another one surfaced. That of the leader of the mob, Nelson Polignani. A couple individuals in the mob got out of the hotel that is now Xanadu. One of them somewhat recognized Frankie. Question is, what level of recognition was there? Because Frankie was disguised as his brother, who was also in the mob.
Who is in the mob?
Yeah, that's right. And the note that we ended on was one of Nelson's henchmen just pointing right at Frankie, and Nelson looking directly at you. That is where we're going to resume this session. They are walking toward you all. What are you guys doing?
What's the play here, Mr. Franklin?
Okay, I think we just need to get...
Don't talk. Just
Okay. Should I just get
be cool.
He is walking forward.
I'm probably in an undercover role. You would call me Barnes. Don't call me Frankie. You don't know I'm in the mob.
Barnes, all right.
Okay.
So, this group of 6 gentlemen, mostly in suits and trench coats and fedoras, would approach you. Nelson just looks right at you, Frankie, and just says, "You're a long way from Celltown. What are you doing here, Franklin?"
I step forward and say, "Hello, my name is Pixie Trench. Just wanted to, deal with that. Hello. This is my crew of, What's the word
Make
for
an immediate deception check, please.
What's the...
Speech check.
Yes. Okay. Well, it's a 13, not 18, so that's nice. 15. It's a 7. So that's 2, unless I want to do something more with that. I'll just do 2 for now.
You just see the henchman that noticed Frankie initially and pointed him out just whisper over to Nelson.
Oh, please, if you have something that you'd like to point out about me. I feel like this is definitely not the place to do it, but you're welcome to do it if you wish.
Barnes, who are these people?
I apologize. I don't believe I have met these individuals before. You might have me confused with someone else. Maybe we can talk in private in a little bit.
Can I
if
give...
you would like to get to know me.
This is a weird way to help him. Can I give him like a really like suspicious like something's going on and Barnes hasn't been telling us stuff? Like give him like a look of, like...
I am only gonna allow one person to aid on, or I'm only gonna allow one person to make the check. I'm also only gonna allow one person to make the inside check as well, and of course that person will be Frankie.
Sweating. So what am
I do appreciate the efforts from both of you all, though. That I will take that into account.
So what am I doing?
Charisma plus speech check.
You got this.
Do we want to bump? Wait, I still.
How many caps do we have at
We
the
don't
end?
we don't have any action
I
points
thought we
right
did.
now. No,
Oh,
we
seriously?
don't.
No, because
don't.
we
For
got
keeping
2
track.
last time.
Because I thought we
Yeah.
had some at the end.
You
We were
identified
like, we're gonna use
You
them.
got one actually. I
Oh.
said 2 at the end of last session. You have 1 action.
Listen,
point.
man, use it.
Use it. Okay.
Use it.
No, just leave it in the jar. Leave it in the jar.
Yeah, he's using it.
This is an important one, man.
Okay.
That looks good.
Okay. Yep. That is 3 successes.
3.
Oh, that's right.
Bravo. What numbers, my friend?
Oh, no.
Gosh.
7, 9, and 10.
Wait.
Might be an interesting idea. Sorry for confusing you.
Nah, it's all right. We all look alike, don't we? Referring to ghouls.
I know. He's just going to ignore that and walk in with his little posse. And you would see the 2 doormen just absolutely step aside as this group just steps into the hotel.
Who is
Can I... If I can't, that's okay. Can I insight to see if he bought that?
Sure, go for it.
I'm gonna... Is that probably perceiving?
Correct. This
Great
is
at.
perception plus speech I will allow. This is another insight
Okay.
check.
Sadly, none were 6s, so that does
Difficulty
super
is
help.
2.
Okay. I don't think that'll be it then. Let's see.
I thought it would. That one went faster, a lot easier that time.
Nope, only 1. Okay.
He's
All
gonna
right.
go in that room.
So I think we quick huddle and I just say I think I just pay the money. I think I kind of shot us in the foot with that one.
Give me a minute to try something first.
Okay.
All right, now back to our entrance.
One of the doormen just starts stammering. Are you all perchance associated with these fine syndicated gentlemen?
I am. He's
I
talking.
was just hoping you could explain what just happened there.
Simple case of mistaken identity.
Perhaps. I give him a like a devilish smile of something might be up.
Yeah.
To make him uncomfortable.
Now, we were talking about our entrance.
Yes, 200 caps per person.
I was actually wondering if you could pass a message to Armitage for us. We have a form of payment I think she might enjoy a little bit more.
And what might it... Tom. Tom. You just hear very, very loud footprints emerging from inside the hotel. And you all see a figure, massive hulking figure, like 8 to 9 feet tall. With dark gray, almost like unsaturated gray skin. And a very, very muscular body as a super mutant. Wearing very, very finely tailored clothes. Just steps out. Was there any trouble with Mr. Polignani? And they're just, no, sir. No, sir. Not at all. These fine folk were just talking about possibly delivering a message to Lady Armitage. What's the message?
We have a bit of a proposal for an alternative entry fee. We would like to spend more of our caps on the inside, not the outside, so we brought her a gift. 1 bottle for each of us of Sunset Sarsaparilla. It's a pre-war soda. I doubt she's ever had before.
I know what Sunset Sarsaparilla is.
And on top of that, as a bit of a gesture of good faith from us, a Nuka-Cola Quantum. Can you ask her if that would be sufficient to get us in the door?
What are you all here for?
Make some connections, same as most of the rest.
Obviously. What's your mission? You're not here just to schmooze around.
We're interested in someone in Armitage's possession.
Possession? Lady Armitage does not own anyone. There's no slavery here.
There's been a prisoner transaction from what I hear. She should have a scientist.
Sounds like quite the confusion. But she'll have you at the soda. You may enter.
And I go ahead and take it all out of my pack.
Yep.
Should I hand it to you, or do we get to see her ourselves?
I think she'll want to see you personally.
Good.
Samuel, do you mind giving them the key to 312? Yes, sir. And one of the doormen just goes to a wall with a bunch of room keys on it and hands you a suite key.
Sweet.
All right, all right.
Mm-hmm.
Very good.
Okay. I take it you all are entering in now?
Yes.
Excellent. Sorry, I just have not had my session notes prepared. Or pulled up. I do.
The saying of excellent was like, yes, they're in the battle arena now. Yes, they've made it into the play area. Yes, we're
really
very
was.
excited.
Yes, you
Oh,
made it
so
into
you
the-
touched the door.
I'm excited.
It's mine!
Each of you touched the door on the knob. Specifically.
I'm very
Each of you touched
excited.
the
It was
door.
very...
Barnes will give a tip to Samuel.
Okay.
15 caps.
Thank you, sir. All right. So, as you all step through these doors, your eyes are immediately dazzled by thousands of blinking lights. You step into a great casino floor before you, fit with dazzling pre-war lights blinking like no tomorrow. There's waiting staff delivering cocktails of dubious colors, all around to various clientele, and vast amounts of the Midwest's wealthiest placing their bets for the upcoming fight. You can see one major bar, a bookie booth to place bets, and a wide set of padded double doors at the leftmost edge of the room. Above those doors sits a blazing blue neon sign advertising Pluto's Rings, a cocktail lounge and jazz bar. Dead ahead of you is a simple staircase leading downstairs, marked bowling alley and swimming pool. At the rightmost end of the room, a grand staircase leads to the suites overlooking the arena itself, the Blood Springs. So, you have this casino floor in front of you all.
What's called the Blood Springs?
The arena.
Whoa.
So this whole area is
That's so cool.
This area of Indiana is a hot spring with mineral water coming out of it. So Armitage is just like, well, her dad was like, let's just capitalize on that. Except there's blood being spilled in this area, so it's just right next to the actual spring.
Fair enough. Do you want the healing waters or the death pit?
Do we see any people in this area?
Oh, there are probably 100 people. It's not a big casino. We're not talking the tops, but it's pretty modest. Plenty of slot machines, blackjack, poker. Take your pick of any gambling if you so desire.
Is there any people that we recognize?
Yeah, roll a perception check. Perception, I will allow speech or survival for this one.
Okay. Use speech, and I get nothing.
Maybe it's all the lights. It's just too bright. It's very distracting. That's what casinos are engineered to be like anyways. So you do not spot anyone of interest. Anyone you recognize. Except for the giant super mutant you just met who's lumbering through the casino floor.
What does your brother Ratman look like?
Please don't refer to him by that name again.
She gives you like a question, like a smile, and is like, okay.
Excuse me, sir, what was your name?
Super mutant?
Yeah.
I'm Bartholomew.
I love your
It's a pleasure, Bartholomew.
Thank you.
It's a pleasure, Bartholomew.
It's rare to find people so well dressed and so well mannered out in the wasteland. I was wondering if
Is
you.
that a dig at super mutants?
No, it's a dig at wastelanders. You're a step above all wastelanders, I would say.
Thank you.
I was wondering, have any scientists passed through here recently?
If you're looking for rumors, there's the bar. Get a drink.
Doc, if you want to split ways, we could do that.
I think I'll stop in. Where would you like me to catch up?
I mean, take someone with you.
Well, where would you like to meet up afterwards?
Maybe back at our suite.
All right. Well, I'm going to the bar.
Tabs, would you mind tagging along?
With the doctor? Yeah, of course.
Buddy system is mandated in Delroy's handbook.
There's no lone wanderers in DTL.
And I know I've got a mask, but she'd be smirking a little.
Wow, this is amazing, says Sergeant Corporal, who I am obliged to remind is with you all.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
And we're also
Good
By
to
the
see
way,
that American business
Were
is
we
still
able to like
prospering.
put like a little clip-on dye on him or like paint something to like
clip it on where?
just like hook it on some like a screw? Just like
Just put it right on this little thruster thing. Whoosh.
Burning bow tie.
The silk burn? Yes, silk burns. Okay.
By the way, Tabitha has blindfolded both of Corncob's heads, and they is
Oh,
perching
actually,
on her shoulder.
Pretty cool.
Oh, okay.
So
nice.
Corncob goes by any pronoun?
Yes.
You can actually give your Mr. Handy in Fallout 4 hats, but there were
Good.
no top hats, bowler hats, only cowboy hats. in
Give him the
department
cowboy
store.
hat that I have.
Well, Jerry got a half-decent hat, didn't he?
Oh, a fedora. Yeah, you could hypothetically get Sergeant Corporal a fedora.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Let's just assume we did that.
Well done.
Might as well dress the part.
Yeah.
Love that
Trade
for
out the
him.
OD green for some checkered fedora.
Wait, are there two barns with fedoras that aren't really barns here?
No, Barnes does not wear a fedora. Barnes is in his like greaser
Oh,
jacket. And,
Right. I forgot you weren't wearing your clothes.
He's wearing clothes. Let's clarify.
He's wearing his own clothes, but they're
He put on
Frankie
someone else's
is
clothes.
wearing clothes.
Yes.
Confirmed.
I knew it.
Maybe this is just my own thing of what I would do, but I think Pix is just gonna like go and check out the suite.
Okay.
'Cause I always like finding a place and just being like, okay, this is my room, and then I can go and like from there I can explore places.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think I'm gonna head to the room, so I'd probably just tell that to everyone.
All right. Probably deal with Jerry first.
Is there a bartender there?
There is. Yeah, there's a fancy-looking bartender wearing a waistcoat and a bow tie, shaking a cocktail mixer.
Hey, Taps, do you drink?
I mean, not usually.
Okay, never mind. I don't have any caps. I'll just ask him.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Mr. Bartender.
Yes.
Hey, we just arrived at the. We just arrived, and we were looking for.
Out of 10.
We were looking to meet some associates of ours.
Oh, what are their names?
Can you tell me where Radamanthus is?
He just stopped shuffling around. That's a little bit above my pay grade, sir. Can I get you a drink?
You can get me Radamanthus.
He's not on tap. Mineral water's free.
Mm-hmm. Look, I know you know.
Yep.
That's pretty good.
Look, I know you know where he is, or you know someone who knows where he is.
I am just a bartender, sir. You should probably take this one up with Lady Armitage or, I don't know, Bartholomew. He can handle that sort of thing.
Bartholomew told me to come here.
Okay, he's not drinking. He's on the job.
You drink little.
Well, did you tell him that's who you're looking for?
Not specifically. I figured you could help me with that.
I'm not. I'm here to do a job. And I'm not here to facilitate any big deals or anything like that.
Can I do insight on him? See if I can tell, not why he's not doing it, but like,
Yeah.
just
What's his motivation?
what's his motivation?
Yeah, what's the prevailing emotion? Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Perception plus speech.
Oh.
One success and a complication.
Okay. You can tell he's afraid. No complications on perception.
Why are you?
No. I'm taking an action point. I need to take
Oh,
stuff
okay.
for the pool. I need you to remember that.
All right, listen. Why are you afraid to tell me?
Because it's above my pay grade, sir.
Mm-hmm. You know who I am?
I'm sure you're very important, sir, and I don't want to get involved with anything that is more important than me.
If you don't tell me, you're gonna be involved. Listen. Tell him that Minos is here to see him.
I mean, I don't know where he is, and I'm not a messenger. I am a
And-
bartender.
And who can tell me where he is?
Probably Lady Armitage.
All right, thank you.
Or maybe one of those mob types.
What do you mean? What do you mean, mob types?
We've got a fine beer out of Columbus if you want to try some of that.
Listen, why would the mob types know where Radamanthus is?
The mineral water we have is very refreshing. Cleanses the innards of radiation, or so they say.
All right,
That's not
goodbye,
very
sir.
appetizing. I need to switch that up. Cleanses your inside. No, that's worse.
I'll stop by later. Thank you very much.
He just sighs and returns to his shop.
Well, that was a waste. Let's go.
Do you think he's in league with that mob fella?
My brother? No.
When was
Frankie.
the last time you saw him?
It's been 10 years, but
Well, I mean, a lot can change in 10 years.
I know, but no, my brother wouldn't work with those types.
If you say so.
Let's go find the others.
All right.
Mind you, Mr. Franklin, would one of you tag along with Pix?
Oh.
Come join us as soon as she's done.
I think I can take a look at the quarters we're dealing with, make sure everything's up to snuff. No bombs.
That'll do. Thank you, Sarge.
Of course.
I didn't want to look for those, so yeah, that works.
Sergeant Corporal will remember that.
What?
Thanks,
You
Mark.
referred to him as, not my name. All right. So you and Sergeant Corporal ascend the stairs into the suite area. So as I mentioned, Xanadu is this giant dome. And around that dome is a perimeter of hotel rooms. So you would be going to the third floor, which is the top floor. It's not a terribly tall hotel, but it is very wide. You'd find your room. I assume you're unlocking it and heading in. Yeah. So you would see a pretty immaculate, pretty fancy, very big room. Honestly, it's more of a suite because there are 3 separate rooms in it with 3 king-size beds. There's a bathroom, and most importantly, there is a balcony. And over that balcony, you can see into the actual dome itself, which used to be the hotel's atrium, but now has been converted into a fighting arena. There's a caged area in the center, probably like, I'd say 150 feet wide, a decently large space. And of course, around that cage would be throngs of people that have gathered for the fights tonight. Most of them fairly common looking, you know, farmers, mercenaries, caravaneers, traders, the like.
She probably says, "All right, Sergeant Corporal, we're gonna check the room for anything suspicious."
A fine idea.
I probably should just help him because I can't see.
And he does reduce perception checks by a difficulty of 1.
11. Okay. Yeah, unless it's like sneak or something, that's
Nope.
not happening.
It is perception plus survival. Well, everything looks normal to me. Mamby-pamby digs is what this is. Look at that bed. That looks so comfortable.
Help, I'm drowning.
Pathetic. You need a cot. That's what you should be sleeping on. This is only gonna make you
I've
just...
slept on cots before. Like, roll out of the bed.
Fair enough.
Get up, dust myself off, make myself look presentable in the mirror, and I'm like, okay, we're gonna go out, check out everything.
All right.
I also just kind of like mentally clock like where things are. So if someone comes into a room, I'll know.
Oh,
I'll
yeah.
do the cool like rip a piece of paper, put it in like the door crack so that if the door opens,
Okay.
then the thing falls.
Yeah.
So I'll do that, and I'll just be like, okay, let's just head out.
Okay.
I doubt we'll have any trouble, but like, it's good to know.
Don't worry, I'm prepared for trouble. They let us keep our weapons. This is great. Fine American establishment.
That's pretty nice.
Once
I've
more.
also, just for viewing eyes, I've switched one of my guns with one of his guns. So he has the
Yes.
44 and I have the 10 mil, I think.
Mhm.
So
You got it right.
What was that room number?
312.
All right.
I leave and say, all right, let's catch up with the others.
Onwards. All right. So, I think all of you are kind of heading for, well, what are the remaining three of you all doing?
Going straight to Armitage.
Really? Okay.
Armitage.
Pix and Sergeant Corporal, I would say you would probably run into them as they're heading up. So, Armitage, for the sake of simplicity, Bartholomew probably should have told you where she was. She is in room 301. So rather
Would
close to
we
you all.
would we have shown up at this point as well, since they took the time to search the room?
Yes, I'm just gonna go ahead and synchronize this. But yes, you're all going together to Lady Armitage.
Arm in arm, 6 abreast.
There you go. 7.
Now this
Oh
one,
gosh.
Yeah.
this one I
Fine.
think we keep nice and simple.
singing, having the time of my life. Oh, sorry.
Should I stay out so that if we need to redo again, I just like go in then?
It strikes me that Armitage is probably a businesswoman. No lies, no tricks. We're just going to tell her what we want, and we're going to pay what she wants for it.
Okay.
Any feedback?
Well, who's doing the
Objections?
talking?
Let me take the lead on this one. I'll tag you in if we need help.
All right, I would be more comfortable with that. No offense, Pix, but I think this is a little bit more. This requires a bit more experience and finesse than
It's
you know how to give. You.
Company business is all.
Yes.
Negotiation.
It's a polite gesture. We're already inside. We can't screw it up that badly.
One would hope. Yes.
You overestimate our competency.
You underestimate my power.
Like I said, nice and simple. All right?
The more you talked about why I shouldn't stay outside, made me think that I should stay outside.
It's your decision, Pix.
I'll do it. Just will make me feel better. Also, then I don't have to worry about being there.
Sarge, would you mind staying?
Of course, I'll stand guard.
We would appreciate
there-
it.
Speaking of guard, there are 2 people outside. Look to be wearing the same uniform as the doorman. Outside, guarding her door.
We've got a gift for Armitage if you've...
Yes, you've been expected.
Good.
And one of them will open the door.
We're heading in.
You would see a much nicer suite than the one that you guys have. You guys already have a very nice suite. This one has... Oh boy. What on earth is filigree? Because I know there's a bunch of it here.
It's like there's like a bunch of cuts in something,
Yeah.
and it makes like a lacy pattern.
Okay, yeah. There's a bunch of filigree in this room, as I suspected. But you would see in this room, Bartholomew is in here, as well as probably the woman you were after, standing at the balcony, looking over the dome itself. She has white and black hair, probably painted. Slightly overweight. Looks to be wearing a very, very proper looking outfit. And as you all enter the room, she would turn around and just say, "So, I hear you're the group that provided some soda. Is that correct?"
Thought it might make your day a little bit more interesting than more caps.
"Oh, definitely. Where's the other two?
Waiting outside.
Scared to meet me?
Maybe a little.
Oh, well, I'd understand. I'm a bit of a commanding figure. No, that's not what I'm looking for.
Imposing, maybe.
That's the one I'm looking for. All right, so let me see what you brought. I am so thirsty.
I'm gonna take out the sunset sarsaparilla and then kind of gesture to Frankie, who I think has the quantum.
Treasure of the West. Very nice. I haven't had these in quite a long time. Oh, excellent. I am so glad Samuel let you in the door. Bartholomew let you in the door.
We do appreciate it.
Frankie pulls out the radioactive glow stick.
Quantum! Okay.
She addicted?
Bit of
Maybe.
an extra from us. Gesture of good faith.
She, as willing as you would be to give it up, would try to take it.
Frankie would let her.
Okay, yeah. She just pops the cap right off. She actually has a bottle opener, like, attached to a glove that she has.
Nice.
Yep.
That's fashion.
And she just starts chugging it immediately.
We'll wait.
Just watching.
Yep. The glowing liquid just...
Is there a
gradually
clock or
disappears.
I
anything
adjust
in the
my
room?
hair.
This is probably like 10 seconds.
It's not perfect for a
Okay.
second.
Decently fast.
And then it is again.
Yeah.
Frankie's hearing the Geiger counter go up. Just,
Specifically flattens one hair.
He's just standing there looking at his pit boy.
Yep. She finishes it, hands the empty bottle to Bartholomew, probably burps. Oh, thank you. Oh, that was great. Oh, man. Don't get enough quantum in my life. So what are you here for?
Here for a scientist in your possession. Erwin Courtland.
Now, that is not the scientist I thought you would ask me about.
You're thinking of Radamanthus, I assume.
I am indeed.
We'd be interested in meeting him too.
All right. Well, I'm glad you all have played things rather openly.
You seem like a woman of business.
Oh, that is all I am. But for the sake of the fact that you already know me, and you've already revealed what exactly you're looking for, you've definitely piqued my curiosity on who exactly you are. So, what's everyone's names?
Well, first off, you can tell Radamanthus this is Minos. The name will mean something to him.
You're not Minos.
How do you know?
Because there's already somebody here that said that that's his name. So if you're going to say a name, say an actual name and don't just come up with a stupid alias.
Who is this person?
What's your name?
Minos.
He wasn't you. I have no reason to give any information, especially when it would be very profitable to get something for it.
Do you know Radamanthus' real name?
No, but I'd be rather inclined to find out.
Well, I don't think it'd be right coming from me.
Oh. Well, then what's your name, then?
You can call me Jerry.
She's going to do an insight check on that. Would you mind doing a speech check, please? I know you're not lying, obviously. This is just determining how well you can control this verbal encounter.
I cannot control it at all.
Okay.
Oh, no.
All right, so she would probably tell that that is the truth. Jerry, rather plebeian, but that's okay. It's definitely better than Minos. Oh,
I traveled a long way to see him, and I was hoping you could help me out.
well, I could definitely put in a word that a Jerry is looking for him. But anyways, we digressed. What is everyone's names? And I mean everyone, including the people out there.
Well, you can call me Julian.
Please, listen. My full name is Sally Armitage. What are your all's full name? You don't have to just give the first name. I am here to meet people. And I hope you know, Xanadu is unaffiliated. That is where we got our power from. We are not some faction-tied organization that just links our caboose to someone else. We're doing our own thing here. I'm not beholden to anyone.
Julian Ortega, then.
Appreciate it.
Good to meet you, Armitage.
Gas mask indoors. What's your name?
Margie Shelton?
Sounds like a real name. Very interesting. Love the hat, by the way. Are you wearing a hat?
Not currently.
It's like a
She's got like a
headscarf,
headscarf.
Oh, love the headscarf. Very nice.
Thank you.
Might I say you all are looking rather dapper, or I don't know what the female equivalent of that is. But excellent outfits, I must say. Most people are just wearing something cobbled together from, I don't know, things they scrounged in old department stores or something.
Well, we
This
aimed
looks
to
rather
make an
nice.
impression on you, Armitage.
Well, I appreciate it. It's nice to have some more delicate and, I don't know, a bit more finesse with the presentation. Consider me dazzled. How about you, young lady?
Tabitha Fisher.
All right. And Jerry? Any chance for a last name?
No.
None? All right. Okay.
Barnes. Barnes Franklin.
Barnes Franklin. Roll a deception check, please.
We're gonna do
Do a little reroll.
We're gonna use 2 luck points to reroll that.
I was this close to like when I'm introduced to be like, oh, and he's Sergeant Barnes Corporal. I'm like, let's nick that idea.
2 successes.
This is Sergeant Corporal
Two
Barnes.
successes.
That's Sergeant Barnes Corporal. No
I'm
relation.
sorry I didn't recognize you. It isn't Barnabas Barney Barnes. Oh, what's your title? The Bruiser or something mundane like that? Mr. Franklin, good to have you here again.
Your father was a very respectable man.
I appreciate that. You will be missed.
Okay.
And you're not in
I'm
the room.
called. Yeah, let me know when I'm called then.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I guess if Barnes is going last, we have Mr. Gutsy outside, and has Pix given her last name?
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
she
just
just
did.
did when she met.
Yes.
The people
wait.
outside.
Yes, well, time for a roll.
No.
Bartholomew.
Yeah, to Polignano.
Yeah.
She said
Oh, no,
when
you're
she
right.
Trench. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
The last member outside is Pixie Trench.
All right. Here's the question I have to ask you all. If Barnes Franklin is here, what are you all trying to pull?
What's that supposed to mean?
It means one of you says you're looking for Radamanthus. And one of you is probably supposed to be in a meeting with Radamanthus right now. Oh, there's my cards.
Barnes. What does she mean by that?
We'll talk later. They don't know about that.
Oh, well, I apologize.
Bit of a
You could
cat
have worn
out
a
of the bag.
disguise or something. Sorry, I'm just beholden to welcome people that I recognize. But I apologize if I have caused some sort of social kerfuffle with that.
It's all right. I don't think they were expecting me at this meeting.
Interesting.
We'll talk
Well-
about who they are later.
I would love to intervene, but because I expect people to not intervene in my business, I don't intervene in theirs. But I do like to know all the deets. So, what are you all here for? Just impressing me? You're looking for Courtland.
Courtland.
Now, why on earth would you be looking for Erwin Courtland?
It's not as interesting of a reason as you might think.
Really?
Marvin Delroy wanted him at Delroy Trade Lines.
Really? Delroy Trade Line. Is that, wait, all of you?
Most of them are freelancers.
Huh. I invited Marvin Delroy here probably 18 times, and he never showed up.
Doesn't
not
seem
once.
like his scene.
Oh, it's unfortunate. He was very rich. So DTL wants Erwin Courtland. Why?
Some things he might know about winter.
Winter. It's a season. There's snow. Sometimes it's radioactive. You gotta enumerate. What else is going on?
Some things he might know about the winter that's been encroaching on the Midwest. That's all we know.
Encroaching? Wait, so you mean that there's...
You might not have been getting as much of it up here, but it's getting pretty bad up north.
I've heard, but I just thought it was just... Oh, so he probably knows what's causing it and all the, I don't know.
I
There's
think
more to it
that's-
than it's just nuclear winter kind of thing.
That's what Mr. Delroy thought.
Interesting. Well,
And we've been given quite the chase to find Courtland.
hmm.
We hear you're the most recent person he's been traded to, but we've chased 3 or 4 leads down by this point.
Really?
Rather the end of a long road,
I did hear that he's been having some big trouble with raiders recently.
so we can tell.
Well, I will happily allow you to talk to him if you will do a little favor for me.
And what would that favor be, Miss
Well,
Armitage?
I was hoping you all could come up with something like that. For one, you all look like a nice little merry band right here. I could use a team for a second fight tonight if you all are interested in that.
No.
No, okay. Other options. Bartholomew, is there anything else I can help with?
You have any technology you need fixed around here?
Not anymore.
Do you have any teams that get injured that could use tending to?
Injury isn't really a problem here.
I mean, even the survivors must get hurt a little bit.
That's true. They mostly tend to their own wounds. We don't really care about tending their wounds after that.
How does
Well,
information sound?
Information sounds perfect. That is exactly what I would say.
Those Sunset Sarsaparilla bottles didn't come from nowhere,
Okay.
and we didn't exhaust the stock.
Oh, there's a source.
There's a source.
That would be terribly interesting.
So
All
what's
right.
Courtland to you?
Yeah, absolutely. I will give access, and, well, Courtland's a free man. He can leave if he so wants. So you may talk to him, and if you can convince him to go with you all, then you can do it. But I'll tell you how to get access to him if you tell me where this source is.
No, I don't mean to be rude, but it does seem like there must be more strings attached than that. He
Really?
was traded to you as a prisoner,
No, he was given as a gift.
and he's wanted to stay around here.
He has. He loves his job.
Can I roll insight?
Yes, you may.
His job?
What's his job?
He's got a job.
He's not a slave. He's
How's
a prisoner
the
with
weather
a
for
job.
outdoor seating this Friday?
I got 1 success and a complication.
Okay. Sounds like she's telling the truth. I will take that action
just-
point die.
He's just drinking free cocktails over there. He's like, it's gonna rain. And they're like, sounds good. And then it doesn't. And they're like, what the heck, guy? And he's like, weather changes. Chaos theory. Drinks another cocktail. And they're like, sounds legit.
All right. Anybody else roll an insight check on that one?
Sure.
I will allow only one more.
Okay.
You got it, man.
Is it a... Oh, no. My speech is too low for that.
Yep. Perception
And
plus
not
speech.
tact.
Okay. 2 successes.
Sounds like she's telling the truth. This guy has a job.
Well, that's actually good to hear.
Mm-hmm.
What order do you want to do this in?
You have given me delicious soda. I'll be generous. I'll give the information first. I trust you all. At least to be honest.
We have no reason to hide the source from you.
And of course, if you lied to me, I would probably pay for a hit on all of you. But there's no reason to do that, because we're on good terms right now. So, Professor Erwin Courtland is right up there. And she points to the top of the dome. Look, there he is. Hello.
Can we see
I'm
him?
looking for Courtland.
Yeah, so you all look at the top of this, 200-foot tall dome arching over everything, and there are rafters. And I really wish I knew the right term. The place that, no, that's not a good way to describe it. The place in the chapel that you went to, like the rafters above,
Oh, I don't
where
know
all
the-
the lights and speakers are.
I don't know
Yeah.
the name of that.
There would just be, you would
They
see,
called it the ceiling.
yeah, ceiling. Yep. So you would see a person just wearing all black up there, looks like glasses, tinkering with some equipment up there.
Is he a gaffer?
He runs lights.
He is a gaffer!
He is a gaffer.
Pip, does he have any technology you could jump to?
sorry. I'm never gonna do that again. Scanning. Bleep, bloop. I need a better searching kind of thing. Well, Lady Armitage has a terminal in here.
I just want to know if you can get a message to Court Lawn, that's all.
I think he's a bit too far right now. Oh, if you got your antenna up, I might be able to. Wait, hold on. I just gave my information. You can talk to him after.
Yes.
Where's the source?
So, as a department store in Indianapolis, one that hadn't been raided since before the war.
Oh, Stewart's?
Yes.
You guys got in there? Well, bravo and brava. Good work.
There's plenty more left in there.
Really? Well, how did you get in?
Used a little finesse.
What kind of finesse? I guess I wasn't part of the contract. That's fair. You don't have to tell me how to get in. But it would be awful nice if you did. And I'm pretty good if, I owe favors to you.
You can pick the front door lock. It's not hard. The only thing that makes it difficult is the ghouls outside.
Yeah, I've heard about them. So you all were just very, very quiet? Oh, you picked it. Oh, smart. Well done. I've heard of multiple people trying to get in there, and many have died. So good work. But good to know there's some Sunset Sarsaparilla in there. Is there any more quantum?
That's the only one we saw.
We didn't check the upper floors, though. You might be lucky.
Worth a shot. All right.
Now
After she
the-
chugged that quantum, she had 5 action points to use in this conversation.
Oh, that's why she wanted it.
Well, she also thinks it just tastes good, but...
Flip up my engine.
Yep. Your antenna is your...
Oh, the
back
big one?
Yeah, sure.
All right, sure.
This is very long range. Yeah, he's...
The problem is that you look silly because you're in formal clothes.
Well, I'm gonna take it off of my bag, put it on the ground, and flip up the antenna, I guess.
Okay, yeah, sure. She's just... Armitage is just looking at you set up this whole device. Oh, nifty. Huh. So does he have a radio or something?
Well, I'm not sure what he has, but I'm not going to know unless I have a little bit more range myself.
Okay. There's definitely something. Hello. You all would hear from speakers throughout the entire dome as Pip's voice just echoes through.
Not that.
Oh!
Oh, stop talking. Get off, back on.
You now see Cortland is just frantically running around.
What happened? Who broke
Pip
security?
accidentally connected to the Bluetooth.
I can see how that mistake was made.
You see Bartholomew behind you all just rush to a panel in the side of the suite and just pull out a small microphone and... Technical difficulties. Please ignore them. The fights will begin in 15 minutes.
Pip's like, I found a device. Oh!
Armitage is both in awe and just laughing.
I meant a personal device, Pip.
So who's your little guy in your Pip-Boy?
AI I stripped out of a hotel.
Hello. I'm not in the
This is
sound
Pip.
system anymore. Yeah, his terminal up there is connected to the sound system, and that was the only speakers available. Sorry.
We will talk to him the old-fashioned way.
I mean, if you wanted to, I could just connect and have a very intimidating conversation.
Well, I would like to let him know where we are, and I wouldn't like to let the entire arena know where we are.
All right, okay, that sounds smart.
Do you know when he's expected to be back down here, Armitage?
After the fights. He's running his whole sequence, and it's just spectacular. Smoke machines, lasers, spotlights. It's wonderful. Xanadu has really been good from his help, but if he thinks that working with DTL is a better contract, that's his decision.
It could be that we just need information from him. I'm not exactly sure of the details myself.
I would definitely prefer if he stuck around. Well,
I'm
I'll
sure
let
he
you
knows.
all do what you want. He has his own volition. he can choose whatever he wants to do.
Now, if either of you by chance happens to speak to Radamanthus about this encounter, you're welcome to tell him you can find us in room 312.
All right. Bartholomew, relay that message. Of course, lady. And he's going to go back to the same microphone, hit a few buttons, and just say, well, essentially relay that message. Now, is there anything else I can help you all with? This has been a terribly enlightening meeting. I'm glad to have met you all.
And we're glad to have met you and glad you've been so cooperative.
Well, of course.
This is probably the easiest encounter we've had on the trail to Courtlawn.
Well, that wasn't that hard. All you had to do was just bring some delicious beverages to me.
Exactly.
You guys learned how to do it right this time.
No
We
peace.
never make the same mistake twice.
This is our group character arc. This to this.
Delicious drinks.
If you need us for anything else, you know where we'll be.
Probably should have made you roll a barter check for any of that, but oh well. You just struck a hard.
You're just
A
so
hard
good at
bargain.
it, you
I
don't even need
just
to
upped
roll.
my barter too.
Yeah.
Oh well.
All right. What are you all doing next?
Leaving the room
Okay.
before we have more conversations, probably.
Yep.
I'll catch up with you all in a minute.
All right.
Nature calls.
No, he was gonna wait in Armitage's room.
Oh, okay. All right. Fair.
But don't think that means you're off the hook, Barnes.
Barnes.
Sorry for the Sergeant Corporal.
Barnes is gonna give a hard look to Armitage.
I'm sorry. I didn't know that. You're the last person I'd ever suspect of doing any undercover work.
Have they looked?
Yes.
Yeah.
I may not have been invited here tonight by the members of that meeting, but I believe I should be there. Do you know where they're meeting?
I haven't told you?
They weren't expecting me here.
Oh, this is juicy. Oh, definitely. I'm not going to make you roll a speech check. Difficulty of 0. Well played. So you're just going to generate action points.
Okay.
Yep.
Nice.
Like, what do I...
Yeah. Roll the check. This is just to see how many action points you get.
2 successes?
2
get
action
'em.
points. There you go. You got 'em.
Yes!
That is nice.
They're all meeting in the bowling alley beneath the casino. It's private, but I'm sure you could muscle your way in.
Thanks for the tip.
Mm-hmm.
And
Apologies again.
Don't worry about it. And he's gonna take out the chocolate bar that they got from
Oh, Finley.
Finley, yes.
Aw.
And he's gonna set it on the table.
Where did you get that?
Trade secret.
I have to do more favors for the mob. And she's gonna take it.
She does like 100 favors for the mom, and she's like, "Just tell me where you get your chocolate." And they're like, "What?
Look what chocolate!
I don't know what you're talking about. Quit talking about chocolate all the time. It's all you ever talk about."
We used to be friends. Now all you want is my chocolate, and I don't even know what my chocolate is.
The entire mob is now focused on finding this one chocolate shop in Ohio.
And they're
She
like,
finds-
Barnes, dang it, why'd you give her
she
chocolate?
finds
It's
the
like,
actual
You got
Barnes.
one job, and that is find that chocolate.
She finds the actual Barnes at some point. She's like,
chocolate.
"Do you have any more of that
Sweet,
chocolate?" And he's
sweet
like,
chocolate.
"What's chocolate?" She's like, "Don't do this to me." I know. I had it. It was so good. I never had chocolate before. No.
I don't think Barnes wouldn't have had chocolate.
I'm a Starbucks girl.
She's literally just a girl who wants her treats.
She likes the sweet things in life.
I'm gonna give myself a sweet little
Yeah,
treat
sweet
that
little
raids a
treat.
department store.
She like me.
My favorite thing about her is that there's just like violence and gambling and alcohol and drugs for sale here, and her vice is soda.
I was expecting her to be like this intimidating, scary bubbly. She's like, "Oh, you have soda?
yeah.
I love
soda.
soda. I love
She
soda.
loves
That's
soda.
delicious."
It's been too
Yep.
long.
Her vice is sugar. Yep.
And
All right.
always.
Are you doing anything else in this room?
No.
All right.
We're waiting for Barnes outside.
Okay.
We have Barnes. We're waiting for Barnes.
Don't. You gotta
Alright.
stop that now.
Barnes
No.
would leave the room.
I'm gonna like hack into this robot knowing nothing about computers and change his name to Barnes so that it's more confusing.
All right, everyone, how did that meeting go?
It went well.
Surprisingly, a lot better than I think I expected. She was a little nicer than a lot of the other fellows we've been encountering.
Really?
She was reasonable, is what tabs means.
I think she likes sugar.
It is highly addictive, and most pre-war stuff was loaded with it. One serving of sugar bombs contains, 346% of the daily value of sugar that you should be taking in.
Truly horrifying.
I think it's probably why we lost parts of Alaska to those commies. They're too hyped up on sugar.
Barnes, did you get any more information?
Yes.
Just a question. Would you guys like to move out of earshot of the bodyguards?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Yes.
I probably would have tried
Yeah,
to
just-
get them
just making
away.
sure.
But as far
soon
as I'm
that
concerned, it's
happened.
Barnes or Mr. Franklin the entire time we're in here. We don't know where the mob has bugged or where they've got people watching.
Good idea.
I've learned from the last time we had people listening in our communications.
I mean,
That's right.
They probably would be able to get our suite number really easily. Too.
Exactly.
Yeah, in fact,
My theory is
Never
that they put us in a suite that intentionally has like bugs in it.
Oh, probably. They were very quick on that.
good
You
theory.
can go to room 312.
That one specifically.
Like, it was immediate. It wasn't, let me check the book to see which one's open. It's like, room 312.
Want to share with the rest of us?
Why don't we go back to our room first?
I'm not sure that's going to be any more private.
Then it's not information you need to hear. Trust me.
I'm gonna go and hit the slot machines and don't put any coins in. I said going down the hall.
Someone please tag along with her.
I don't need a babysitter. I'm a big girl.
It's
Sergeant, can you
She
watch her?
waits.
I was actually going to suggest I have some anti-espionage protocols on board. I am able to... You know when you stick a microphone real close to another one? And it goes... And he perfectly mimics microphone feedback.
Yes.
I can do that. If you all are worried about commie ears listening in, I can
I'm like-
guarantee that's not a thing.
Pix,
I'm like
get
down the
back here.
hallway, but I'm in one place, kind of hopping because I don't actually want to leave without someone coming.
Right.
Pix,
so I'm
come
listening.
back.
I go back.
All right. Well, then back to our suite.
All right. So, Sergeant Corporal Wood. I wanted to say barge through the door, but he's very angry. But it is locked, and he's not gonna cause any property damage as much as he would like to. Okay. Would you mind unlocking it? All right. Knock, knock, commies! And he's just gonna open the door once it's unlocked, and a paper falls to the ground, and he's just. Ah!
No, that's me. No one's been in the room.
I know. The paper falls to the ground, and he just takes his flipper.
No!
Oh no!
Just very, very precisely, and burns it.
You know how flamers are.
There is carpet on the floor, and it is slightly scorched now.
No.
Yep.
You're paying for that. I walk by you.
Bang!
Yeah.
Sorry, I just thought there were communists in the room.
You saw me put it in there. Like it wasn't a secret.
This is surprisingly nice.
It is. Watch this.
Yeah, you do sink into the vents. They are very nice.
All right, Mr. Barnes.
Armored Head's probably sent out a team to get these mattresses, memory foam.
Oh.
Or this place was just spared by the bombs. Another possibility.
Is he doing communist?
Communist espionage.
Yes.
Communist espionage.
You don't hear anything, and he just stands in the middle of the room.
Pip, go ahead and take a look around for devices too.
Will do. There are no bugs. Oh, I just emitted a frequency at 25,000 hertz. That's outside human hearing. Or Gould hearing. There's no bugs. You're all good. You would have heard something.
All right.
That was an unnecessary addition.
It was.
Wait.
So,
He is actually.
Because ghouls are human.
He does believe ghouls are human. I am sorry for that error. You know what he's going to say? I have met plenty of red-blooded Americans who are also ghouls. You are a citizen of the United States of America. You're a person.
He just
I was
he
naturally
cycled
born
back
here,
around
yes.
to like a 60-year-old person who's like trying not to be racist. People. And such ethnicity.
I have ghoul
people.
friends.
You know, I didn't mean to imply that there was any difference. I actually have a friend that's such and such ethnicity.
I met lots of ghouls.
Like, there was this one time that I had lunch with a ghoul. It didn't work out because we couldn't get past our differences. But
Mr.
All
Franklin.
All right.
All I asked her is where the mob was meeting.
Did she tell you?
Yes.
Shouldn't-
Armitage and the folks at Xanadu have always had a special kind of relationship with the mob. They're not affiliated, they're just friendly.
And this meeting is between the mob and Radamanthus.
I didn't ask who was there, I asked where it was.
Are you looking to get closer from that or further away?
Personally, I would like to stay as far away as possible from them. I don't know who can distinguish me from Barnes. I mean, we look so much alike, but I don't know how much I can bluff through that. But if they're also trying to get to Cortland or your brother, I figured someone should know about it.
I mean, unless we know that they're doing one of those two things, knowing where they're meeting is a little immaterial.
No, I figure it's a big coincidence that they're all meeting here at the same time Cortland and Radamanthus are.
No, for sure. I mean, it does seem like the sort of place that these sorts of things go down, but I think you're onto something. Would you want to go check it out?
You better consider this the next time my paycheck comes through, Miss Ortega.
Don't worry, I will.
Do you want anyone to come with you?
I don't know if they would let you in. Kind of a mob ears only.
Pix has
Why
business
wouldn't
with the
they
mob.
let in Radamanthus' brother?
It's a fair point.
Especially, this is kind of devious. This is slightly communist, I would say. No, it's not. I'm doing
It's
this
not
for
when you're.
Canada.
It's not when you're. It's not when you're doing it to communists.
That's right. Well,
ahead.
I'm doing it to criminals.
Go ahead
which
and fill
are
us in,
not
Sarge.
after- Anyways. The mob might be looking for any sort of leverage they want on Radamanthus. If you say that, I don't. Have you told the party publicly that you would be astonished that your brother would be working with the mob?
I
He's
think
been
so.
talking about it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think you've been saying that, and Pix just doesn't believe.
Right. That would
Same.
make no sense. So, knowing the mob, they would probably do anything they possibly could to get leverage. If Mr. Barney Franklin comes in with his brother, maybe as a hostage, maybe as some other kind of leverage, that might be just the thing they might want in a situation like that.
It explains why you've been tailing us. Better cover for you. A chance for the dog to see his brother.
Doc, you're not a hostage, but how would you like to meet some acquaintances of mine?
Not especially, but I'll do what I have to.
Now, I think it'd be best for the rest of us to stay out of that, but I wouldn't mind sending Pip along as my silent eyes and ears. In case you need backup.
I will say that there is a minor threat that they might just say, "Oh, thank you for the hostage," and then actually take Jerry hostage. As a possibility.
Could be that you rule it more as like he's like, I have him here, and he's like willing to work with us, or as a possibility. So
That
then
could
it's
work.
because then it's kind of like, well, we
Let
want to
them-
stay on his good side, but like
Yeah.
it could be used as that.
Let them fill in the blanks. He's relevant to the deal.
Yeah.
Frankie, you would remember the one hard and fast rule about Xanadu is that you do not do anything violent.
Absolutely.
Unless you're under the dome. So, taking a hostage might be a little difficult in this area.
The mob.
Could be that. Yeah. So it's like, oh, what are you going to do to him? Kill him? You can't.
Frankie, if you don't want to go in, look, you don't really have much skin in this game, so.
While
Not-
you are
not
idiomatic.
employed
No,
with
I'm,
Delroy
that's-
Trade Lines, buddy system rules.
That's the second ghoul microaggression.
They did mention something about where my brother should be.
Celltown.
Would Frankie know the name Celltown?
Yeah. I apologize. I have been working on a map for you all to show the major settlements across the Midwest. Celltown is north of Columbus. So you guys have kind of already gone past it already. I apologize.
Big
It is
sad.
in... I'm trying to remember the name of the actual town it's in. It is at the old Ohio State Reformatory, which is in a town in Ohio.
Is that the haunted
Mansfield.
place?
Oh, Mansfield.
Yeah,
The haunted place where they filmed The Shawshank Redemption?
That's the place.
Mansfield Penitentiary is not haunted.
I know.
Yeah, people just like prisons. as
They like to
haunted.
pretend it's haunted.
But hey, haunted tourism generates a lot of money for museums, so
Half of it's not haunted.
it's haunted. Anything for the money.
Mainly because I used to watch a ghost hunting show back at Cedarville that they checked out.
There you go.
I'm
Yeah.
going to
It was
Morgan
100% real. Totally not staged.
Mr. Franklin,
You call me Barnes. Mr. Franklin was our father.
Mr. Barnes, we need to finalize our cover story and then come up with any alternative plans if things fall apart like they did with the Doppel soldiers.
And we need a time limit. So if you're not out by this time, then we go searching for you.
By the end of the fight, let's say.
Because then we'll need to meet with him.
How long do fights last, does Xanadu?
I guess it depends on the fight and the people fighting. Anywhere from 5 to 30 minutes. Anywhere from 1 to 30 minutes.
This is a luxury,
But it hasn't
like
started
this
yet.
is a luxury suite.
Yeah.
It probably has like a grandfather clock or something in it.
Yeah,
something
sure.
to keep time.
Yep. Yeah, there's clocks.
Look, give us maybe I don't know,
Pit Boys
45
too.
minutes.
I don't know how long the meeting will last. Armitage seemed to imply it was in progress.
Well, then you two had better finalize your plan and go there now. I'll send Pip with you, and he can let me know if there's any trouble.
All right, look, you and I struck a deal. Found some way that we can work together. We have some suggestions. We want to go in there so that I can talk with my brother and persuade him. And I don't know. I'm all ears.
No, that would work. You paid a substantial fee to get information to the mob. Money speaks louder than words. That should do it.
And what is our deal that we came up with? They obviously want C-24.
Well, you don't have to have given me any information about that. Does anyone have like a extra 150 caps or something?
From the group pot, sure.
Do we have a group bot?
We did, until you asked that. And I'll hand him the... I want to say we had like 160 or something left.
You could also maybe toss some jewelry in. It's definitely not as fungible as cash, but gold is gold. All those boomers that were like, buy up gold before Armageddon, were right. It kept its value.
I'm
If
sure
you-
some of the high-ranking mobsters would have a use for it.
Oh yeah, especially the watch. Pulling down, he's like, ooh.
Is he a watch collector?
Probably. He probably already has a Rolex equivalent.
Now, Doctor, you need to be extra respectful in this meeting. Do you understand that?
I will. If
You are speaking directly to the head of the mob, and you need to know that.
All right. Thank you for the warning.
Would you prefer a bodyguard with you? Or would that be giving too much away if I traveled with?
I think that would be just another variable that's out of our control. That might make things more complicated.
Understandable. Just know I have law enforcement protocols if we ever need to crack down on this.
Also, if things go south, the rest of the freelancers may need your help.
That's right.
They shouldn't try anything too violent here. That doesn't stop them from following us out.
Go ahead and jump onto Mr. Franklin's Pip-Boy and stay quiet as long as you can.
All right.
Silent, no words.
Okay.
If things start to go south and you think they need our help, come back to me.
I might need to be... My host server might need to be on the same floor for that to work. I might lose connection. I don't know how thick the walls are here, and... Something tells me the mob might be concerned for bugs and that sort of thing as well.
Would it work better on my Pip-Boy? I have a more advanced version.
I don't think I'm leaving this Pip-Boy.
No, I mean, would it work better if you were on mine instead of his?
No, it's all about transmitting the signal, so I don't technically jump to anyone else's Pip-Boy. My home files are still stored right here on Jules's Pip-Boy. So it's...
Can someone record on Pip-Boy? Just normal recording?
If you've got a holotape, which I will say, sure, all of you, if you want a holotape, you can have one.
I
What
can't.
if I...
What?
I can't.
That's correct. You cannot use a holotape because Pip is on holotape.
We're not going to be in the room forever. What if I record the entire conversation on my Pip-Boy? And then as soon as we leave the room and are in range or in a place where you can jump over, grab the information on the holotape, and then delete it on my Pip-Boy.
I think
feel
they're
like-
going to catch you if you
Yeah,
do
I
that.
think they would know that.
It is indeed a giant microphone on your arm. I wager the mob might say, hey, lose that if you want to come in.
Well, if we're doing that, then it doesn't make a difference if Pip is there or not.
That's a good point.
You know?
If they do catch you, I guess, which is a little kind of... Pip-Boys are kind of bulky.
Meet
Pretty
us
hard to hide
back
'em.
here in a half hour.
We'll try.
I say we.
Frank's gonna hand his pet boy over.
I'll pocket it for now.
I
With
say
our
we
stuff.
probably could still just try it and just like, if it doesn't look like anything's happening with it, that might just be fine.
I don't want him to get caught recording. I think that signals that there's an agenda other
I'm
than...
saying we go down to like where it's in range or something. Would it need to be like, is that a different
Is it the
floor?
swimming pool next to the bowling alley?
It is?
If you wanted to go swimming.
Is Pip waterproof?
in this outfit?
I would... I guess so.
Listen.
You can use them underwater.
Yeah.
So,
You
sure.
just kind of did
I
the.
was just like snorkeling
guess.
with like Pip.
Water does have a pretty
Pip
profound
has a little
effect
mini
on
snorkel.
transmissions, though. Pip, sonar.
You know what? We'll try it. We'll relax by the pool for a while. If Pip comes back because he's been noticed, we'll give you your space.
All right.
You
All
stick
right.
with the right story. He's an AI that's been scrapped out of a hotel.
Okay, so I'm going to Jerry's Pip-Boy?
Yes.
And be quiet. And if you can you turn your screen off so we can't see you?
Sure.
Stealth
I'm
mode.
not here. And he turns off his face. So just as he says that, it's just his voice. There's no face reflecting that.
At the first sign of trouble, or if they catch you, you come back. All right?
Okay.
And you don't need our permission to leave if you need.
I never needed it in the first
I
place,
know.
chump.
I know. I'm
Oh,
just
I'm
saying.
sorry. You're not a chump.
I'm just saying, Pip, use your judgment.
I'm so proud of him.
Okay, we'll do.
All right. Well, I would say be safe. So instead, good luck.
Maybe have like a pip jump code word if you need to. But yeah,
I think he'll be able to tell. It'll be fine.
probably yeah.
All right. Goodbye.
And we're gonna head down to the swimming pool, and they're gonna head down to the bowling alley.
Who's going first?
On our way there, I'd like to talk to Frankie real quick
Yeah,
as we're walking.
sure
there.
thing.
Look, Mr. Barnes, it's your last chance to drop out or to back out if you wish. Look, I don't really know how to say this, but I appreciate what you're doing.
I'm not just in it for me, Doc. I'm not gonna lie. I'm scared out of my boots right now. But I also kinda need to find my brother too. This ain't just for you.
Well, if anything happens to me, don't blow your cover to help me.
That was already the plan.
Good. Just making sure.
Now Barnes doesn't owe you any obligations.
All right. You are heading first downwards, right?
Towards the bowling alley, where we may need to muscle through a door.
Yeah. So you go down the stairs, and very clearly you would see first of all doors just labeled bowling alley, and a hallway downwards goes to the pool. But in front of the doorway are 2 mob guards. And as you all come down, one of them just says, "Lose it. It's not the time to come down here. Go enjoy the fights. Private meeting."
Relax, I'm a part of this meeting.
And as you say that, the other one just looks at the other guard that just spoke up and said, "Forgive him. He's no."
Does Frankie recognize this guy?
No.
No, okay.
Yep.
Appreciate it.
They are kind of in the middle of some pretty big meetings right now, though. So, are you fine going in the middle of it?
Barnes, there's a door.
Yeah.
Barnes is just gonna give a knock on the door. To be polite. He's not gonna barge in on a mob meeting like
Right.
that. That would be too much even for Barnes.
Mm-hmm. The person who opens the door is the one who initially recognized you, who you would recognize. Huh. You got something for us?
Apologize, I'm a little late, but yes, I do believe so. I know I'm a bit of an unexpected surprise, Al.
You don't think there's a better time to do this?
I figured it's relevant.
All right. And he would open the door all the way. And you would see in this bowling alley, no one else is in here. Obviously, most people are probably watching the fights right now. See an open bowling alley, 10 lanes, a bar, which does actually have a bartender at it. And you would see behind just a random lane at that table behind the ball dispensary. I can't think of a better name to describe it.
Polignani's bowling strike.
Yeah. But you would see Nelson Polignani talking with your brother. It appears initially that this is not just this isn't friends exchanging formalities and making idle chat. This is definitely a business deal going on. There are there's probably 3 other mob henchmen in this room as well. And there are also 2 figures standing on Radamanthus' side. One woman and one man. I'm not going to describe them right now because they don't seem too terribly important. But they're there.
Is Zinnia in here?
Glad you asked that. Yes. She is currently at the bar, sipping some cocktail out of a straw. and just kicking her legs back and forth.
Is she the lady that we saw at, with the doppelsoldiers?
Mm-hmm.
Correct. Yep. So as you come in, both Nelson and Radamanthus look to see who is interrupting this private meeting. Jerry? Says Pete immediately.
Brother?
What are you doing here?
I believe he wanted to speak to Mr. Polignani.
Polignani, who?
Barnes would give a gesture to Polignani.
Yeah, who is holding a cigar. Well, this is an interesting turn of events. Speak up, son.
Well, with respect, sir, I had something I wanted to discuss with my brother. Well, in order to persuade him that working with you would be a good option.
Roll a speech check.
Those are so cute.
I'm gonna glue the sticks in there.
2.
I don't buy that. I think you should wait until the end of this discussion to bring up any family time issues. And I don't believe you're here to just dissuade. Or, no, you are here to dissuade.
I'm sorry, what?
You're here to dissuade him.
No.
You're certainly not working with us. And this is a private conversation right now. Pete is just, like, looking back at his friends and just,
Oh, wait a minute.
what are you doing here?
I came here to see you and to talk to you.
I didn't even think you were still alive.
Well, guess what? I am.
Oh, hey! The woman at the bar turns around.
He's gonna pull out the card that she gave him.
Well, look who it is. You managed to catch up. Boss, I told you about, Roll a deception check, please. No. Frankie.
Can I use one of those extra points, please?
Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
yes, go.
You earned them in the first place,
yeah,
man.
use whatever you
Use
want
'em.
with action points. I think this is a.
I forgot I could have re-rolled one of my
Things
dice.
are
Oh.
crazy.
Use one point to reroll that. 2 successes.
2? My numbers.
8 and 9.
No.
Yeah,
What's
that's
your
in-
speech?
Charisma or speech?
Speech.
6. If you need a tiebreaker roll.
No, that breaks the tie right there. Maybe it would be a good idea to do a proper tiebreaker roll. But I think this is just such a rare occurrence for 2 dice to roll
Yeah.
the exact same numbers.
For real.
Let's just roll with the stat then. Okay. Well, you look... Rose, there's a time to speak and there's a time to shut up. Take your drink.
Who's saying that?
Polignani. And she's just going to sit down. Just, if you know what's right for you, just let us conclude this business, and then you can... No! Pete speaks up. No, if you want me to take you seriously, I'd need to have this conversation. This is important. What am I, chopped liver? What Who do you think I am? I think you're someone with something to offer, and we're negotiating a deal here, but this is more important. I'm sure you understand how important family is. Fine. Go. Just. I'm trying to remember. What's it called when you. Go bowl a few frames. What do I care? I'll be here. Don't keep me waiting.
He's gonna tip his hat.
Jerry? He's gonna just walk towards the furthest most bowling lane.
Jerry's gonna give him a hug.
And Pete would give you you could probably tell it's somewhat awkward hug back. Jerry, it's so good to see you. It's been so long. You're alive.
Yes, I could have said the same for you.
You're just here to visit me?
No. It's a long story. We can catch up later. First, I want to know what's going on here. How can I help you?
Jerry, the best thing you can do is just don't interfere. You've done enough of that. I am doing great things for this nation right now. And you're my brother. And you know how much I care about you. But I also know that it would be best to be working without you. So it's good to see you. But this research is too valuable for you to interfere with and mess up.
I'm dying. I traveled hundreds of miles to find you because I know you're the only one who could save me. I know I've caused a lot of problems for you in the past, and all I want is just another chance to... I've had 10 years. I've grown up. I'm not the boy you remember. I have a successful medical practice in Lansing. I've tried working on the formula some more. I just lack the resources to...
Have you made any progress?
No.
Typical. That's okay. At about right now, one of the people that was standing behind him looks to be a man somewhat younger than both. Wait. Radamanthus would be, he's like 3 years older than you? I know he's your older brother.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Probably
gotcha.
about 5 years.
Yeah, so you'd see this mid-20-ish guy with rather frazzled, kind of unkempt looking hair and circular glasses just walk up and absolutely barge into this conversation. Radamanthus, is this anything that we should be discussing as a group?
And who are you?
I'm Minos.
Replacement Jerry. Jerry Tool.
Like, no, that was my thing.
Jerry, this is Minos. He's one of the finest researchers in the Midwest. Together, we have made unprecedented growth and progress. C-24 is perfected now. Mainly in part to his work. Minos, my brother here was just telling me that he's dying. Obviously. Look at him.
Hey, he's wearing the man of the hour. He's dapper.
He's
You're
wearing
absolutely dying out here.
the man of the hour.
This is
Just
not
man of
going
the
well.
dying hour. The last hour.
Man of the
Witching
hour. That's what my suit is called.
Man's had better hours.
Listen, Radamanthus, this is the last. This is one of the few opportunities we're going to get. Did you see the way the Polignani just looked at you? Can't this just wait? This isn't important on the grander scale of things. You know, he's my brother, and are you letting things tie you down from your destiny and from what you should really do? I'm sorry, Jerry. Please, can we talk after this is over?
Room 312.
All right. And he is just going to go back and sit next to Elsa Bolognani.
Jerry's just gonna leave.
Pip, come back.
Barnes
They
would have sat down at the table while they had pulled away.
With Nelson?
You don't just barge in and then walk away from Nelson.
That's true.
As soon as he gets away from everybody else, he's gonna talk to Pip.
Okay.
Pip, don't tell anyone what you heard.
Okay. I don't like Minos. You're a better Minos.
Thanks, Pip.
So, you sit next down to the boss.
Probably a gracious chair away.
Yeah. That sounds smart. So this is why you're here.
He paid to be here, Mr. Polignani. And Frankie's gonna pull up the collection of 200 caps and the jewelry.
How much jewelry?
How much jewelry, I guess, did we have?
Like
at the...
1,000 or something?
Well,
But we
Well,
were
we
going
didn't
to
need
use.
all of it.
yeah, because there was this.
Plus like
So there's the
300
special jewelry,
for-
which we maybe didn't need to give away, but there was the other ones.
Yeah,
which-
so I think it was like 1,900 or something
I have
total.
it
We had
somewhere.
3 sets of the special stuff, and then we had like 10 pieces of the normal stuff, and that was 300 and 100 respectively. Of course, you would have had to take the special stuff off the people wearing it.
I feel like picks would be like hand you like maybe like she's like if you need like 3 of like the normal types, like the 100 ones. Do you want more?
Probably at least the watch would be good.
Okay, who has the watch?
It might have been one of you two, actually.
I didn't get any.
Who needed it?
I think we gave
Oh, you know
to
what? It might
me.
have been Frankie, because I think it was the
No,
people
no.
that didn't have like another hook to get in. Oh no, and you did. So it was the 3 of us that didn't have anything.
I
You
think-
had the earrings.
Wasn't it Margie Tabs and...
Yeah, earrings,
I don't
something
think I
else.
took it.
Yeah,
off
I-
jewelry.
Tabs didn't
I
take
think
it?
you did, because I think we gave it to the
Or
people
did
that
I-
would need to prove that they're rich more.
Yeah, I don't
Right.
We had the whole discussion about piercing someone's ears.
Oh my
I'll say
gosh.
I
Oh,
had
man.
the
Yeah.
watch.
Okay.
Okay.
So, and if you had asked for the watch, I would have given it.
Well, the main question I just want to ask is, what's the grand total?
How much is the watch worth?
300.
300.
550 caps. So 250 caps plus the watch.
Mm.
It's enough
That's
for...
not chump change.
Figured it was enough for a conversation.
Glad to see you're still setting the bar high. You can invest it back into Celltown.
I will say I apologize I had to leave, but I've been following the group you saw outside as an interesting lead.
And what's the lead? The brother?
That was one of them. To be perfectly honest, is it Albert Tobin? Albert
Yeah.
Tobin's got another one on the hook. But they're an interesting lot. What do you know about the recent Marvin Delroy?
Oof. That was a disaster, to put it lightly. I'm glad he's dead. We tried bribing him numerous times. Big competitor, although he never sold chems.
What do you know about his connections with this Courtlant?
Courtlant? Doesn't ring any bells for me.
That's probably not important.
This has been rather interesting to see you here. And that was a pretty impressive story, Marion.
Frankie's not supposed to be here.
I honestly didn't remember you. But you did actually bring some interesting pieces into this puzzle here. Does Barnes know you're doing this?
I think I think you and I both know how he'd react if he saw me walking around like him.
And I'm gonna do you a favor because of that. I'm gonna tell him. So instead of just shooting you the moment you walk outside this hotel, he's gonna know first. He's done a lot for me. Frankly, I'm not concerned that you're just walking around, even impersonating him. People leave. It happens. But meddling is something different entirely, and he's gonna be aware of this. I think it'll be interesting to see how he reacts. See what he's willing to do. I really wonder what you were trying to get out of me with this Courtland thing. That's new. It's so good to know that Radamanthus has a brother, too. Now, you know the rules of Xanadu. We can't do anything to you here. But I'm offering you a mercy by just telling your brother and not doing anything else. If you want to take that, I'd suggest you leave right now, or else there will be a target on your back the moment you leave this hotel.
Understood, Mr. Polignani.
Get out of here.
Frankie's gonna leave the money on the table and quickly walk out of the bowling alley.
Okay. He did not recognize you.
Ah! Oh no! I screwed up.
No. It's just you were 1 point away on an insight check from Al.
Oh,
Al
Al.
remembered. Yep.
Al remembered.
Al never forgets.
Al will remember.
It's called
this.
eyes for a reason.
Oh no.
Well, you know that went better than I thought it was gonna go.
Yeah,
I didn't
we both made it out alive. I was gonna say okay.
So
but
do they?
We took a lot of emotional damage.
Yeah.
For real,
both
you guys
of
got
you.
pummeled.
Are you leaving about the same time Frankie is?
probably.
Okay.
Question. I think
He's
Ralph.
probably leaving ahead of Frankie a little bit so he can talk to Pip.
Are they heading back for the swimming pool or?
Doc, Frankie would probably grab Doc on the shoulder and be like, Doc, I have to leave.
The hotel.
Mr. Polignani said he better not see me around here.
No, wait. Oh, no. He just meant like this room.
Oh, okay.
He's ready to leave the
Leave
country.
Xanadu.
He's like, leave the planet? Yes,
Go.
sir.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Canada?
No, he just meant like we can't kill you, so I can't just be like, get out of here, or I'll shoot you. He's just like, get out of here, or my threat will be worse for when you do leave.
Okay.
Listen,
Rather
let's go.
gutless, but.
Let's talk to the rest of the group first.
Okay, while
Oh,
they,
I apologize. Before we do that, I would have the rest of you all walk down and see if you can even get to the pool.
We're gonna try and get to the pool.
So
Is
you
there a pool
all
key
walk
with a
down the
room
stairs,
key?
and there are the 2 guards there from earlier. This is a private meeting. You're not supposed to be here.
We're not here for a private meeting. We just wanted to take a swim.
Roll a deception check, difficulty of 5.
Oh.
You are wearing a dress.
I roll
a
my
wrap.
eyes.
It's
Sit
a
by
wrap.
the pool.
There's another action point right
I'll
there.
take it.
Hail coin cob.
Can someone put that back in the the caps, please?
People, you know.
Oh, I don't have a
they wear
speech
fancy
tag
dresses.
skill, guys.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can't. It's 5. Um,
All right. Well, maybe I shouldn't use the
I'll-
cap then.
I'll allow an assist for the sit by the pool
Sit
thing.
by
Oh, come on, come on.
oh, good.
These are still weird pool chilling clothes, to be fair. Even if you're just sitting in the
bring
pool.
anything.
I've got
What?
2.
Got 1.
You're wearing formal clothing. Okay, 1, 3 total.
Wait, you can re-roll speech checks for the formal clothes.
Oh, you know what?
We
And
can't.
you've got
You're
the plus
right.
1 charisma, so don't forget
Oh,
that.
you're right. Wait,
read
While
that's
you're wearing it.
7, and
The
then
debutante.
That means I could re-roll.
Jesus.
Oh wait, no, I'm not.
Oh,
wearing my
wait.
formal stuff.
I'm gonna have to reroll 2
Oh,
of
that's
those.
right.
I have
Why?
cautious nature as well.
I will wait to roll my stuff till after yours. What?
They were both ones.
Oh my gosh!
2
Let's-
What?
nat
I'm
ones on
so
the
glad
rerolls.
you guys are having the time of your life at the swimming pool.
Jules
5
is
successes.
charismatic.
I'm going to the swimming pool. In that
for
dress?
charisma.
Yes. Right this way.
Right this way, ma'am. My perfect
People
hair
are-
blinds them.
Sometimes people are just weird, you know? That's
Yep.
not my business.
So this guy just gives you a weird look and just brain damage. And just turns away. Yep.
We go
Fair.
to the pool.
Okay.
You go to the pool.
Time for
as-
double one.
The dumbest check to get so on.
That was nice.
That was so dumb.
Yes.
Unbelievably dumb.
Let's see. As like they're going off, I let's see.
You guys had better meme this.
So first, I'm just gonna say, am I carrying all the jewelry? Because I don't think I've handed it out. Like I've obviously he
That
has
is a
some.
question for you to answer.
I'm holding all the jewelry that they're not wearing.
Just walk
Oh
around.
yeah.
Click.
I
Also-
would have
yeah.
asked for some just to go with like the outfit.
Yeah, I would be like, well, you have the 2, right?
No, I have
she
nothing.
No. Oh yeah.
Tabs
She would
has
give
2.
you-
I have 1. 1 is on the table of Nelson Polignani.
I just want like
you
a
have
necklace.
2.
Yeah, so she give you 1. Yeah. Okay.
Sorry, you said how many again? 1, 2.
1 of the jewelry things, like the necklace. She gives you that. Actually, no, she gives you 2 because she's generous.
Oh, nice.
She gives you that. She then asks, as these guys are going, she goes, by the way, kind of just privately them, I know you're busy, but have you heard of Albert Tobin? I got some Tobin. I have
Yep.
some business with him.
The mob guards?
Not the time. Not the time.
He did just say brain damaged and
Oh.
kind of turned to. That's really rude. They are the mob, but
Yeah.
We could just go in and then you just deal with this outside or something.
Yeah, I'm just asking. I guess I'm mostly just asking. Like, no, yeah, I've already done it. Yeah, so I'll just say I'm just looking. I just want to know if Albin Tobin is here. I have some business with him. I don't need to go in or anything.
Albert Tobin?
Tobin. I show him the business card.
Listen, kid. We can relay a message. How about that?
Oh, okay, yeah. I just want to know if he was here because I have some business. But
No. Go take a dip.
okay, thank you.
All right. So you all go to the pool. It is completely empty, save for one person. You go into the pool, and there is one slightly scrawny-looking guy just totally sprawled out on a deck chair, wearing, I guess it would be like a flight suit, kind of.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say Speedo, and I was like,
There is jazz music playing from. He's a pit boy. He is a pit boy. There you go.
You're going in informal clothes. The uniform is actually flight suits.
I'm
to
gonna
the
like just
pool.
find a chair and sit by the pool and wait.
is this an
Probably
outdoor
fiddle
pool or
with
an
my Pip-Boy.
indoor pool?
Indoor. We're like downstairs.
Or in the winter.
I know. That's why I
This
was
guy
like,
is. He just looks at you. Nice day.
What did he say?
Nice day. Nice day, Margie. I like lean over.
Wouldn't know from down here.
Yeah.
Lovely day. Bitch.
There he is.
Yeah,
The man, the
veggies.
myth, the legend.
he's back. Anyway, yeah, so I'm just gonna sit in a lawn chair.
I apologize. This guy is an in joke from the last campaign.
Oh, he's
that's
so
why I was
good.
confused because I was
He pops up everywhere.
We don't have any airships for him to watch, though.
Oh no. What is his job in this universe?
To watch you.
Flight suits.
I mean, so you don't drown. As a lifeguard.
Making it where we look like we're dressed well for the pool, and he's not.
Nice dress.
I'm gonna like throw that socially over to you and just go and sit in a chair.
Nice. Good. Got you.
Thanks. Gosh. Okay.
Nice.
Thank you.
Do I recognize the song?
It's jazz. It's not Careless Whisper. It's not Careless Whisper. It's probably Miles Davis.
Nice dress.
I don't know Miles Davis songs, but they're prolific. So,
Good taste in music.
thank you.
Bitches is flirting with you.
Nice mask.
Thanks.
I'm just gonna like look at my pet boy. Actually, no, I'm gonna take out my book and just start reading.
He's just enjoying the scene. And he just mutters to himself, "Helicopter pilot."
Does he? He's Nelson Polanski's helicopter pilot.
Oh no!
Oh,
You have
wonderful.
to kill him.
That does make a lot of sense. Yeah.
No, this is veggies.
He's like the only one in the entire wasteland who knows how to run a helicopter. We kill him, and Nelson Polignani's like, how hard could it be to find a helicopter pilot? And they're like, there was one. He died. He didn't
All right.
teach anyone.
Are you
the
doing
mysteries
anything
of
at
the
the pool,
universe.
or are you just waiting?
Waiting.
Honestly,
Are we gonna
it's
swim
about
in for it?
time. I'm gonna go over and introduce myself to the man, and I'm just gonna sit in the lawn chair next to him, and I'm just gonna engage him in conversation about, I guess, helicopters.
Whirly bird.
Yeah. I have a friend who's interested in those. He's over there. It's Sergeant Barnes. I think more for a practical, not so much fun. Can I just roll a talk?
Sure, but you can't generate any action points on this.
remember your perk.
3. Nice.
3? Okay.
Remember your black widow.
Bitches.
All right, yeah. So I think I've made a friend, definitely. All right.
We're just gonna wait this out. Very awkwardly.
This could be very useful. All right, we're good. We're good. Yeah.
Do they eventually come in?
Yeah, so the only problem with going to the pool is, as I mentioned, there's the bottom of the staircase, and then immediately at the bottom of the staircase would be the doors to the bowling alley. And down the hall is the pool. So, if you're going to the pool, that means eventually you're just going to have to walk past the mobster guarded
We're just
doors
going
again.
up to room 312, probably.
Hey.
Okay, alright.
I'm
Pip
guessing
would
we're-
come back and
are
just
we,
say,
like,
oh, hey, they're done.
How did it go?
They're alive.
I mean, that's good. Did they get what they were hoping for out of it?
I'm going to let them answer that one. I don't know what exactly they were looking for.
What's your take then?
Oh boy. My take is I don't think I should talk about it. I think I should let them speak for themselves. I didn't hear what happened to Mr. Franklin. Sorry, Frankie. But, Jerry told me that he doesn't want me sharing what happened. And I think I want to respect that.
I understand. That's fine then. Well, we'd probably better go up and assess the damage then.
Does Frankie know anything about this cell town?
Yeah. So
Other of its relation to the mob,
yeah.
other than the fact that it exists.
Yeah. I apologize. Many of you would have a lot of regional awareness about like what are the places to be in the Midwest. The places where you can live behind a wall and survive and not be mauled by a deathclaw. Celltown is probably the biggest settlement in Ohio. At least that is well known. Is affiliated with the Ohio State Militia, the Ohio State Militia. As far as you remember, there was organized crime in Celltown when you were in the mob. It was, let's call them a somewhat different wing from the main outfit, I guess, the Chicago outfit. The mob that is there is the remnants of the Cleveland Syndicate, which is not as closely tied to Chicago as other outfits, say in St. Louis or across Indiana and Illinois. But still definitely taking orders from Polignani. That was one of the things that he was kind of infamous for, was bringing the mob together, including the Cleveland Syndicate, under one banner. So there always has been a mob there. Someone's got to sell chems. But now, apparently Barnes is there.
Yippee.
Yes. And he might not be there for long.
Yippee. We're gonna go meet up with those two.
All right. Bye.
When they get back to the room,
It's good talking with you. How good am I at flying in the helicopter now?
What? Oh, you want to just ask him to fly in a helicopter? In
No.
a helicopter in his...
I mean, if he offers it, I'll take it. But no, I don't.
He didn't offer a helicopter fly.
I'm just asking. I'm just learning information.
Oh, did you ask him for a helicopter fly?
No, I'm just
I'm sorry, I need to stop that.
learning about it.
Well, he said whirlybird, and that's it.
Okay, I'll take it.
Yeah.
Deep
yeah.
wisdom of the universe is hidden in that statement somewhere.
You have a .001 skill.
Wait,
In
no, you rolled a
helicopters.
3. So he says whirlybird, and then after a few minutes of silence, he grabs your arm and just says, auto rotation.
Okay. That's that one low percent. Got it.
That sounds good for a helicopter. It's supposed to rotate, but apparently auto rotation
I don't trust
is
it.
bad.
You rotate it, it doesn't rotate itself.
I trust that.
Interesting.
Yeah, cool.
It's more a statement on humanity, if you think about it.
All right, I think we should go ahead and take a little break right now. Yes. So we will see you all. Let's go. Let's shoot for 8:05. How does that sound? We will be back at 8:05. We will see you then.
Cool.
All right, welcome back, everyone. So, Frankie and Jerry just had a fun time in a bowling alley. Strikes all around.
Yeah.
Be glad Zinnia didn't recognize you, which was really impressive.
Done.
She would have been like, "Hey, you're that guy from Columbus
I'd say they're more.
It wouldn't have hurt any more than it already did.
in the blue pinstripe suit."
Yeah, that wouldn't have hurt any more than it already
Okay,
did.
that's
Al
true.
already gotcha.
Yeah, that's true.
At least Frankie would have known the jig was up.
All right, so you all
Meeting back with them.
would meet back up in
Yeah.
room 312, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Jerry, as soon as he comes in, is gonna run into one of the other like adjoining rooms, because you said there were 3, right?
Oh yeah, it's a suite. Yeah,
Yeah,
with
it's a
3.
suite. He's gonna run into the other one, slam the door behind him, grab a pillow, and just scream into it.
All right.
Frankie's going to the
literally
bathroom
just
and
a
putting
girl.
his suit back on.
Margie and Path figuring that something might be wrong.
Yep.
So we're gonna walk in,
Did he?
probably see blue pinstripe suit.
Well, you
Probably
see
not see.
closed doors. No. Okay. All right. Yeah, you would see Frankie come out wearing his
Pacing.
normal suit.
Pacing.
Like the new outfit, Barnes.
Yep, it's Frankie now.
It's Frankie now.
It's Frankie. Yep, they
Things went that well.
They recognized me. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Are we gonna have to worry about getting you out of here?
No, they're gonna let me go, but
What's the but?
they might be telling my brother about me.
Is that good or bad?
It's a two-sided sword.
In
I
what
will
way?
say, in your defense, they did not notice you by saying, "Wait a second, that's Marion Franklin." They noticed it because, or essentially, the insight that he gained was, this isn't Barnes, or this isn't Barney.
This isn't typical Barnes
Yeah,
behavior.
what's going on here? And it's like, oh, it's definitely some ghoul impersonate. Wait, didn't he have that brother? Yeah, that guy that left 10 years ago.
Oh no.
That's how that conversation went.
Yep.
And probably when you left the bowling alley, Nelson probably said, "Did you see the way that guy crapped his pants?" But
No, Frankie can hold his
Alright.
own.
okay.
I mean, that's not great news. Did it compromise the rest of the meeting?
You'll have to ask the doc. I don't know how his
Where is
meeting
the
with
doc?
his screaming in the other room.
Well, I mean, technically his scream was with the suppressed property, so to notice it, you do have to roll a survival perception check. Difficulty of 2.
Here's passes.
2?
Nice.
Suppressed
He just
scream
heard
going
a
on.
high pitched.
Probably a couple expletives
From the
too.
other Oh. Went that well for both of you. You should probably give him time.
Yep. So you might want to get Cortland sooner rather than later. It doesn't sound like the mob really liked Marvin Delroy all that much, and may or may not have been instrumental in killing him.
They what?
Mr. Polignani seemed to imply that was the mob's doing.
He was 96. I mean, still could be murdered,
Yeah.
but also
He-
really old.
The mom's like, "I was
Apparent-
96.
Apparently, your
Kill him.
former boss was very competitive with the mob.
He was uncorruptible. I can see where the confusion would come from.
He was. I don't think Nelson liked him very much.
I can see why, having met the man. Did you tell them about Cortland?
Yes. Not why Marvin Delroy wanted him, but just that Marvin Delroy may or may not be interested in him.
I'm assuming they know that Marvin Delroy is dead.
Yes.
Yeah, he made a comment.
Mr.
He was
Polignani-
very glad that he was
Yes.
dead. Yep.
We're going to hope for everyone in the room's sake that they don't think it's worth messing with a dead man anymore.
He didn't say I was too much of a threat, so that's a good sign.
Well, I am glad you made it out all right, Mr. Franklin.
I am not surprised given Armitage's rules.
And I'm glad that you seem to be able to leave. right. Well, I still have a job to do. The rest of you are welcome to come along if you'd like.
You all would hear through the balcony. You would hear Bartholomew's voice come on the loudspeakers. I hope you all are ready for a good fight tonight. We have two good contenders. In this corner. I need to find my notes.
He pauses.
I need to find my notes.
In this corner, wielding a laser rifle, a sledgehammer, and a suit of T-45 power armor, we have the People's Champion, the pulverizing pink-painted paragon. Let's hear it for the Cosmopolitan. And you would see a person in power armor that is pink, brown, and vanilla.
Right.
Anybody? Okay, never mind.
I get it.
Okay, there we go. Yes,
It's cosmopolitan ice cream.
I thought it was Neapolitan ice cream.
you're right. But it is too far after the war for anyone to care about that. Everyone's like, Cosmopolitan, like the ice cream. That's where I was at. I was like, Cosmopolitan ice cream.
Given how American we are, would we actually name it after a Frenchman?
What?
Neapolitan Napoleon. It was a joke.
Wait.
I don't think it's
I
actually
don't-
named after
I don't-
Napoleon.
No,
No,
they're not
Digression?
even the
no, it's
same.
just a joke.
Digression.
They're not even
Yeah.
spelled anything like the same.
She's
And
getting
in the other corner, wielding an assault rifle and a suit of T-61 power armor, we have the mudslinging menace, the crimson criminal, the ruthless, horrible Jorge Diaz. And there's a variety of boos, cheers for both of these champions, who would make their way into the fighting arena.
Cosmo's getting good at her public image. Let's go watch the fight.
Yeah, well, you all would have arguably the best seats in the house to do so. It's not 301's view, where Armitage is looking over this fight with Ernest. You could probably... She's on the same level. You can see she's chugging a Sunset Sarsaparilla.
She's literally
Good for
just a
her.
girl.
Yeah. Wow, none of you guys placed bets.
I was about to ask, is there a place to place bets? And
There
is it
is.
too late?
Back
I
in
would
the casino.
allow
It
you
was
to
mentioned.
place any bets.
I'll
if
place all my money. I have nothing.
I'm
How much do I even have?
Where is everyone?
Right now, I'm in room 312, but hypothetically, this is kind of like a retcon, like
You know-
flashback to let's go to the bookie.
You know, I am gonna go to the. No, if it was beforehand, then I wouldn't.
Do I know when placing the bet who's in the fight?
Yes, everyone would
Okay.
know who.
So they
What the
would have
stands are.
announced the names beforehand.
Yeah, the bookie would have the information on the fights, and hypothetically, any staff would know it too. They know what's on the schedule for the night.
Okay, so but if you didn't ask, you wouldn't hear.
Correct.
Okay.
They don't have time to make posters or anything like that, considering contestants often die. It's like, well, what are we gonna do with all these dead guy posters now?
Ah, dread. The problems with blood sports. The logistics are a nightmare.
They are. Yep.
I'll go ahead and put a bet of 100 caps on the Cosmopolitan.
Okay.
130 caps on the Cosmopolitan.
Okay. All
Do
right.
I know who that is?
Do we? Or do you?
Do you?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Yep.
Forgot you did too.
Frankie's up
Yeah,
to
you
date
know.
on all the entertainers in the Midwest.
This what? Wow.
She is something of a self-styled entertainer.
Just don't know what's happening.
Listen, put all of your money on the Cosmopolitan. That suit of power armor is heavily modified.
You are going to be glad if you do. We're
This
meeting
is
up
a
with her
bet
after
we
the
literally
fight.
cannot lose.
I don't have any money.
All right. 100 caps.
100 caps.
130.
Frankie has exactly one cap left.
Okay.
What? Wait, you're betting money you don't have?
No, I have exactly one
Oh,
cap
okay.
after the bet.
Right.
Oh, golly.
So that you
was
can
gonna
say,
say, that
I
was
didn't
enough
give,
for me.
or I gave everything I have. You
Well,
can be
it's
like,
just easier than betting 131 caps.
Oh, sure.
oh, true. Well, now you can say, I bet most of what I have, even though you practically gave all.
The dude is like 131. That's so hard to calculate.
Hold
Ugh.
the stands before
I hate
we go.
that.
Ooh.
263.
Hold the stands before we go. I look at Frankie and say, okay, Frankie, I have 600. I should bet on her.
Well, you don't have to if you're saving up money for your mom's surgery, kid. I don't have much to lose at this point if you haven't gathered.
Roll insight on picks, I guess.
Well, that's your choice.
What's
You don't
yours?
have to. But
Something
insight is
going on with
perception
that.
plus speech.
I'll say like, well, I guess technically she's gonna try and roll against it. Weirdly,
Oh,
so
1 success?
Oh!
one complication and then a critical success.
Oh!
So
So
don't know what that
critical trumps 2 regulars, so you control the conversation.
okay.
I
I think you see
can
that there's
institute
something-
a complication if you so desire in this speech
I
check.
think you see her say, "Well, I was thinking, never mind," and just a little bit, I don't know, something going on with that, and then she's like, "Okay, I'll just keep it."
All right, fight time. So, the fight begins. In this caged area, it isn't just flat ground. There are a lot of obstacles, old furniture, rubble, even vegetation in this area. It seems that the horrible Jorge Diaz would act first. So, don't worry, I'm going to keep this quick. Okay, it's definitely a success. Part of me is experimenting with power armor and how exactly it works. 3 effects. Whoop. Also 3 effects. The same roll, okay. 6 effects. 6 damage.
I would like to go and view from the lower level, if at all possible.
Yeah, you can.
Knowing where they would leave from after the fight, I'd like to be kind of nearby.
Yeah, sure thing. I will. No, I'll go ahead and describe that right now. So as you're going from the executive access area over towards the rafters, they're just called. There are actual rafters surrounding it, so that's not just flat ground. If you're short, you can't see the fight. So you want to have.
Elevation.
Yeah, absolutely. But to get there, you would go through the first floor market, which the bottom level of suites have been completely turned into like an open floor market with a wide variety of stores. You would see a place labeled Quiet Burt, gun mods and suppressors. You would see an advertisement in a somewhat small room, but with an actual poster that just says, "The Marvelous Mr. Avransov, Neuromentalist." You'd see a not as nice looking bar compared to the one you saw in the casino that just has a giant wooden sign above it that just says, "The Chug and Glug." There would be a place called Pluto's Fork, Chems and Brothel. That is the place. There's also the Self-Sustainer, which is a farmer's market.
Do you want
Wild
microgreens or
variety.
a brothel?
Yeah, this is absolute variety. And then there's finally a place, looks like some kind of forge labeled The Second Chance. And this would be an armor store. But after going through that little
Fight.
ring, fight. That's right.
Took a note of that neuromentalist thing, though.
Okay.
Yeah, that's pretty funky.
That's funky.
Mm-hmm.
In the armor place, that would be good.
Yes. I might need a rule book for if you guys decide to go there. I just need to see the values. But anyways, the fight. So Diaz acts first and unleashes an absolute hail of bullets. Seems like maybe a couple of them actually went through Cosmo's armor. It is now her turn. That is going to succeed. She responds to the hail of laser fire. She does actually hit, but it doesn't seem to have done so much damage as Diaz is weaving through some of the obstacles. It's his turn again. He is kind of holding his position behind some cover while Cosmo is moving ever forward. Shoots again, this time misses. Cosmo. lines up what she thinks is a perfect shot, and pulls the trigger, and everyone would just see the back end of her laser rifle just heat up. And she'd just toss it, pull out a sledgehammer on her back, and just go straight charging for Diaz. You all would see, during this fight, there are 2 perfectly coordinated spotlights on both figures, which kind of prevents you from sneaking, if that is your fighting style. Giant spotlight on you. As well as a little bit of lasers going on. Not combat lasers, just aesthetic
Vibey
lasers.
lasers.
Yeah, you can even hear, it's a little interesting, you would hear a full brass band being played alongside this fight. They would be located kind of amongst the rafters. The conductor would actually have a pretty high view of the fight itself, and so hypothetically, he could say, okay, they're sneaking around, or oh, he's totally smacking her with a sledgehammer, conduct a little bit.
The Cosmopolitan with a metal chair.
Yeah,
She's kind of like how I see Etta as being.
Yeah.
More on that later.
Oh. So Cosmo gets close to reach at this point, and just smacks Diaz across with the sledgehammer. You can just see the power armor helmet just donk as it is just propelled sideways with that motion. Diaz is going to try shooting again, but the difficulty is increased now that a melee enemy is within reach of them. Something to keep in mind, all of you people that use ranged weapons.
Wise lesson.
Yes.
Which is all of us.
If you have a pistol,
Not me.
most of those pistols
That's true, we
are
suck at it.
close quarters, which means if an enemy is within reach of you, you don't.
Anemone?
Yeah,
Men
exactly.
are the enemy.
So you don't take an increase to difficulty if you have a close quarters weapon, such as a sawn-off shotgun or a pistol. But if you've got a rifle and someone within melee comes within distance of you, you do suffer an increased difficulty to hit them. And that is what Diaz is facing right now. As Cosmo just brings the sledgehammer down again. Another miss from Diaz. And as you can tell, I'm only rolling 1d20 now, just for the sake of simplicity. Yeah, at this point, Cosmo is just absolutely wailing on this guy's power armor. He's prone at this point, and she's just bringing it down and again and down, and the fight is pretty much over at this point. He's just can't find a grip on or any time to properly aim his rifle before the sledgehammer is brought down again and again, which is a pretty impressive feat because technically power armor does kind of act sequentially. T61 is a better suit of armor than T45. But it doesn't matter how good your power armor is, enough hits will probably do enough. So as she keeps bringing that sledgehammer down, you would see Diaz's armor just slowly start to break, and so signs of shattering with the sheer force of a sledgehammer wielded by someone with 11 strength crash down. That is what a suit of power armor gives you. You just put one on, 11 strength. And soon you can see the helmet is knocked clean off. Maybe one more hit on his head and yeah, he's dead. As Cosmo is about to bring that sledgehammer down, she holds it right above him. And you all would hear Armitage go on the PA system. All right, everyone. Well, now it's time to decide what happens to little Mr. Diaz. What do you all think? Kill or spare? Do any of you have an opinion on this?
Who's
Yeah.
here?
Anyone who would like to be here can be here.
I think
Thing
the
is, I
mob's
wouldn't
gonna
have
overshout
gone.
us.
That's the thing.
Well, that's a question, but you can always try and sway them.
I mean, I'm gonna be calling for spare
Okay?
through a
You are in
mask.
your suite, and you are
Oh,
wearing
am
your
I?
gas mask.
Unless you wanted to follow.
Oh,
If
wait.
you want to follow,
if you
that's
wanted
fine.
to follow, yeah, you sure can. If
She would have just said she was going down to get a better look at the fight.
Oh, I thought it was so that we could get Cortland after. Or is that not true?
I'm not sure where Cortland is going to be after, but I need to meet
Yeah,
up
he's
with
on the
Cosmo
raft right
after.
now. Yep.
Oh, okay. Well, if the understanding was that it wasn't about Cortland, then I would have stayed.
So wait, are we all watching the fight through our suite window?
If you want
Where
to,
are
you
we?
can watch at the ground level or the suite level.
Okay, so Julian went down to the ground level.
Okay. Yes.
I thought we were like in the arena seats for some reason. Okay, we are not.
No, our
That's
suite
what I
has like
thought
an
too.
actual like.
Right, a balcony,
Oh.
like a box
Oh.
seat, kind of.
Okay.
So the suites are
I
the
was
box
so lost.
seat to the fight.
There we
Interesting.
go.
Bingo. Yep.
Interesting.
They're both a hotel suite and a box.
And we just got one for
Yeah.
Sunset Sarsaparilla.
That's correct. They actually have a lot of spares.
It's not that surprising.
Yeah, they're pretty exclusive. But anyways,
I don't think I would watch the fight, but hearing the like spare kill, I would instantly be like spare, and I would do anything I can to.
all right,
to
roll a
switch.
speech check.
So, that's bad. Is there anything I have to reroll stuff?
Armitage is a woman, so.
No,
Does that work on the crowd?
no,
I'm
because it's a pretty
It's a mixed
diverse crowd. Yeah.
that makes sense.
There are women in it, and there are men.
My weakness. Sort
men
of.
and women.
Sort of. Both are my
Is
weaknesses.
that like bisexuals deal 10% damage and asexuals deal negative 10% damage? to
Yeah.
people? Dang it, I can't
Bisexual
take the
perk.
lady killer perk.
I'll fall out.
Yeah, Fallout.
Alright, yeah. Yeah, so I have one luck point.
Kill
And I'm
you.
throwing it away for this.
You're
So,
very hot.
At the
and
last
thus you must
moment,
die.
a man wearing a trench coat and a fedora appears behind Diaz. That would technically be cheating, so that does not happen.
Well, I'm attracted to you, and so you're gonna pass, I don't have
yeah,
to
so
deal
this is
with
one
that.
success.
Okay.
Wait, would that be one? Yeah, that would just be one.
Oh no. Anyone else? Go ahead and roll your speech check.
Oh, I can?
Come on, Margie.
Yeah, sure.
Get better than me.
Oh no.
I got a success and a complication.
Pip actually wanted to watch this fight from
He can stay if he
the
wants to.
rafters. Would you allow that?
Yeah.
Because this is a giant open dome. There is no like.
He's his own
wall.
little guy.
Okay. Complication is only Pip hears you. Do you want to be louder?
Yes.
The boy.
I would be like,
I have to take this opportunity.
Yes, you do.
Device connected.
What are we thinking, boys? Device connected. Spare him.
All right.
Actually, I'd like it if you spare him, please.
Okay, go.
Spare him.
can I like lean in and do something to help that?
Not this
Okay,
far away.
I accept that. Yeah.
I just knew it was going to be
So
some
most of the mob
demure
does
Margie.
say, "Kill him." A couple people say, "Just kill that raider." But over the PA system, you're, "Oh, kill him!" Echoing.
No.
Spare him.
Spare him.
Not again.
Oh yeah, spare
Or
him.
spare. Yeah, sorry.
No, the mask changed it.
Pip mistranslated.
Yeah. Everyone's kind of confused about that. Armitage is just laughing on the railing right now.
I'm glad she's amused.
We are too.
Cosmo looks around and she holds her sledgehammer high and backs away from Diaz.
Yes, Pip.
I go and I
Most
Margie.
successful complication ever.
Margie momentarily is the mouth of God. This will never happen again.
I guess that was a pretty beneficial complication. I wanted that to be sort of awkward, but I guess
No,
it
it is
did
so
go.
awkward. Are you
It
kidding?
was very awkward.
All right, that's what I was going for.
Imagine someone just like getting on the PA system in the middle of someone else's party and be like, excuse me.
Because she wasn't loud and enthusiastic. Which
No.
You'd have me to pull that off. It was so demure.
All right, Armitage would come on the PA the announcer system again and just say, well, looks like Diaz is gonna have to die another day. Well, thank you all for this wonderful fight. For those of you that betted on Diaz, you're still losing all your caps. And for those of you who betted on the Cosmopolitan, you have had a very lucky day. Or maybe a very strategic one. Well, thank you for coming out tonight. Unfortunately, that is the only fight we have tonight, as the Roland Rad Scorpions will reign in the team fights unchallenged. But thank you all for coming. Don't forget to enjoy any of the wonderful facilities we have in Xanadu. We will still be open for all night, obviously. But thank you for coming to my humble pleasure dome. And remember, the arena's in here, but all the world is a stage. Good night, everyone.
So Tabitha's been. Is there like chairs on the balcony, or is she?
Yeah.
Just, okay.
Yep.
She suddenly like stands up and like her whole face is white. Is there a bathroom in the suite?
In a suite? Yeah.
Okay. She like runs into the bathroom and like slams the door all of a sudden, like super dramatically. Assuming no one else is.
Having a moment.
Assuming Jerry's
Sergeant
crying
Corporal.
in the bathroom.
Is she lactose intolerant?
Just a projection of myself.
Intermittent bowel syndrome. No.
Intermittent
I like
bowels.
I like look over at Sergeant Corporal and just
Every
like
so
give him like a
often.
little slap and say, no,
I have
not the
bowels.
time.
Sorry, I always
Only
wanted
every
to be
so
a
often.
And it causes problems when they're here, let me tell you.
Dr. Mr. Head.
What?
I was like assuming
What?
Jerry's crying in the bathroom.
I wanted to be. Okay,
He's
okay.
looking in the
everyone.
mirror, like-
all right.
Having a drink of
I want to have those guns that heal but then also do damage.
A medicinal machine gun. Yep.
What's the payout of the fight?
Double.
Yeah.
Yep.
Wish I'd had money.
What are you all doing? Now that you've got your caps back.
Well, I think Tabs just did something for the
Wow.
rest of you up there.
That's
It's
right.
like Tabs runs to the bathroom dramatically. Everyone. So how many caps did I get?
Let's talk
I guess-
money.
I guess it was pretty obvious that she was upset.
Yeah, it was not IBS. If that's what you.
Then I'll go and knock on the door. Are you okay?
Go away.
Okay.
So that's that.
Yep.
So, anyways.
Jerry's still in the room with the door shut, by the way. He's
Oh,
not
yeah, that's
screaming
right.
We're
anymore.
off in
So-
big
That's what I said.
Well,
It's like
it's
when
a
you start crying in the
bad
bathroom. It's bathroom
You're like,
available.
this day has gone horribly wrong, and then you just hear on the PA, spare him? It's like, that's Margie on the PA again.
What's going on?
I would like to wait for the Cosmopolitan to head out from the fight.
Yeah, all right. So she would obviously be getting a lot of cheering as she heads for the tunnel, not an actual tunnel, just like that hallway or that corridor for fighters to go from their corner. And people are applauding her, and she's just triumphantly raising her sledgehammer in the air. But she is leaving.
Would I know where that would go to?
Probably a private area dedicated only for arena fighters. But she might leave, head out somewhere else. This
Okay.
is new to you, but
I guess I'll just kind of step back out to somewhere a little bit quieter and send a quick message to her. It's quite the fight, Cosmo. See you in the bar. Over. And then I guess I'll just head there and wait.
pretty quickly, actually, you get a response that says, "Which one? There are a dozen."
You name it, I'll be there. Over.
Pluto's rings.
So I'll go find that.
All right. Is anyone going with you, or is that just you that's going to?
Is that Chops Tanner and the Protons?
Maybe.
If Frankie recognizes them, he'll be in the front row.
Oh, the brass.
The brass band.
Yeah.
We can get to that later, though.
Well, here's the thing. Roll a perception check with the speech focus. Difficulty of 0.
Nice.
I'm feeling
Oh.
generous. 2 successes.
Get some
2 AP. Take it. Yes, you would recognize. One of the trumpeters is in fact Chops herself. The conductor is someone you don't know.
A little odd.
Well, she's normally used to. She's not a conductor. She's a band leader. So she's like.
She's like
You
first
know.
trumpet.
Yeah, exactly. So like, Benny Goodman or Glenn Miller, they're playing an instrument the entire time. They're not like conducting everyone. So it's a little hard to play the trumpet and conduct at the same time. So they needed someone specialized for the arena fights. They would usher out of the arena after this, and they would be heading for the jazz bar, obviously.
If
You
I
like
if I saw
jazz?
Frankie also in the crowd, I would ask him if he wants to come along to meet Cosmo.
Frankie's got a pick. I think I will be heading to the jazz bar. But Cosmo is an excellent entertainer.
Make
Get a
sure you-
signature for me if you can.
I think I'll swing it. Find someone to come with you, okay?
There's no one else down here with us, is there? Because they're all up in the room.
Well, can you go
Yes, I
swing
think
by and
so.
pick someone up on the way?
I can do that. Frankie runs back up to the room.
Mm-hmm.
So, vomiting, screaming, available.
I guess the thing I'll do is I'm gonna roll.
Does anyone want to go to the jazz bar and meet like the best people in the entire world?
Who?
Who? Chops Tanner herself and the Protons. Have you never heard of her? You're coming.
Okay.
I think I'll come. Maybe they'll play Stars and Stripes forever.
You can certainly ask, but they might be on break.
That's fair.
Anyone else?
Can I roll to see like if I know why Tabs is so upset?
That is up to Chloe.
I don't think it's a backstory thing. So none of you know her backstory. So probably not.
Unfortunately, there's no divination in Fallout. I'll wait. Shoot, there is, but let's not talk about that. Shut up, the forecast.
All right, I'm gonna go in and knock on our door and say, "Hey, Tabs, you doing okay? Do you need more tissues?" She like looks around. She says, "I can get you a big napkin. I mean, a big handkerchief." And she like looks directly at one of the curtains. She's saying that. It's like frilly and nice.
Slowly the door cracks open, and you can tell that Tabs has been crying because her like face is all puffy and like, etc.
Oh.
I'm good, thanks. Sorry, I don't know. She just starts to like shut the door again.
I like stick my foot in.
No.
Oh, sorry, it happens a lot.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to have an outburst. I'm just She kind of just is like awkwardly like.
Do you want to talk about it?
If you're willing to listen.
Dang. Okay. I Jacob, want to go to the. I want to do so many stuff. I know how this is gonna go, and I don't think it's gonna go well.
Girl
but I'm
therapy.
gonna go in because
Girl bonding?
Tab's going to.
Yeah.
Of course, she's gonna go.
You gotta,
It's
if
just-
you
of
play
course
girl
I am.
character, you have to go to girl therapy.
Of course I am. Heck yeah, I'm gonna go in there. I'm gonna, get up
I
on
like
the.
the door.
I'm gonna
Away
get
at
up
the
on
door.
the whatever place that the
doesn't
sink
have to
is,
with
and I'm
it.
gonna sit there.
I guess so.
Be like,
There's the
so,
sink.
so what's going on?
I don't know. It was just. The
I shut the
fights.
door, of course.
Yeah.
You know.
Everyone's like,
Jerry's having his girl moment
Yeah.
over there. We don't want to
No,
I'm
interrupt.
gonna deal with
Girl.
Jerry. I'll deal with Jerry after.
I can deal
He's
with
still,
it.
he's still waiting on his brother, so Frankie knows not to ask him.
And Jules was like, he needs time to sort that out.
He's over there like.
Have any spare rooms? No.
Armor
There's people
gang.
crying or screaming in all of them.
Armor gang.
What is the
Armor Gang is what?
diva unit?
This has had prom vibes.
Oh,
I gotta
we're getting
say.
armor.
Oh, we
Yes.
can't.
Prom vibe?
I'd love to get armor.
Yeah,
It's
every
like-
prom.
It's
has
like, look at all
Bob
this cool
Bob.
stuff. We're all
I thought it
fancy.
was
Everyone's
another faction
nervous,
I didn't
and then
know
like
about.
people are crying and having just their lives broken.
It's like Disney World. It's
Oh.
the happiest place on earth. 100 children crying everywhere you
Oh
go.
my word, you're right. That's
Yeah.
so funny.
So anyway,
I'm
Anyway.
never going to Disneyland. I never will. Anyways, moving on.
you guys are in the bathroom.
Yeah.
We're in the bathroom. I'm
It's
sorry.
just like Nuka World.
I don't know. I normally don't get upset about this, but it's just the fights for some reason reminded me of well, my whole family was killed by raiders, and it's been a long time. I was 16, so it's 28 minus 16.
12.
12 years ago. She can do math better than I can.
The engineer.
Oh man, we got so close to everyone having a backstory break 10 years in the past.
Well, I was gonna go with 10 years, but I just had to
10,
be
10.
original, so 12.
Everything happened 10 years ago.
What did I have 10 years ago? Nothing.
No.
Sorry, I'm keep interrupting. You guys go.
Yeah.
Through serious scenes. I'm like, hey, funny.
Yeah, I didn't really.
Yeah, my whole family was killed by raiders. I don't know why the fighting just made me think of that, and I mean it's been 12 years, but sometimes it feels like it happened yesterday. And I guess I don't know. I just all the feelings came up, and then when they spared the one fella, they said he was a raider, the Juanito or whatever his name was. What's his name? Jose.
Jorge.
Jorge.
Juanito.
Juanito.
Oh golly.
boy.
Close enough. And it made me think. Well, she's like doing a like, rambling thing. People when they trauma dump on people. Yeah. Well, see, when the raiders killed my family, I went and hunted them down and killed them. But I'm wondering if maybe I should have spared them. Like maybe I shouldn't have taken justice in my own hands. I don't know. It just made me think of that, and now I kind of feel guilty. And
Well, I get that. My dad died, and I was there for that, and I lied about that on the test exam. They asked when I froze up. It was when, well, he got crushed by some stuff, and everyone was freaking out. And I just stood there, couldn't really do anything, and didn't really do anything. So I get feeling responsible for something that probably, I try and tell myself that it wasn't something that I should have had the burden of, I guess. I'm glad to hear, though, that you're thinking through those questions, even if they're not good, and that you're not just hating them. I think things are a lot more complicated than they used to be. Usually it was, what I hear from the old days is, no one could murder anyone. That was against the law, and there were people who were up top who could just say, nope, that's not happening. And now there's no one really doing that, so can we really trust anyone we just let go? What are they going to do? We can only judge them on what we've seen, what we feel, and that just makes it hard, because I try and remember that things are more complicated than they seem. But it doesn't feel like that a lot. I think you should, if you want to take my advice, you don't have to, of course, but if you want to, I would say that you should give yourself grace for the fact that you were probably not someone who should have dealt with that, and you made a choice, but you can make new choices now, and you're not defined by, I think we're defined by a little bit more than just our actions. Those are important, but I think there's something deeper than that.
yeah, I lied about the freezing question too.
I think we all did.
Yeah, because when the raiders attacked, they got my parents first, and my grandpa, he's the one that taught me to shoot. We managed to get away, but the raiders were chasing after us and looked like we weren't going to get away, and my grandpa turned back and he told me to keep going, and he went back and he fought them, tried to fight them off, but he didn't make it. And I froze up. I thought probably could have tried to stop him, but she goes quiet.
I feel like he probably wouldn't have wanted you to stop him. I think he cared about you, and he wouldn't have wanted you to have to live with the guilt, and he wouldn't want you to blame yourself.
I tried to tell myself that.
I try saying that too.
Thank you for listening to me, Pix. I haven't really had a chance to talk to anybody about any of this. Just been on my own since then. Me and Corn call, but he can't talk.
Yeah.
Corncob just
That's the problem with
leans against your head right now. If they are still on your shoulder.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
Corncobb's
waddle.
just been
Yeah.
hopping around the suite, chilling.
Yeah, that's the problem with Guns and Hawks. They don't really talk that much.
But she's Falcon, actually.
Sorry, Falcon. Yeah,
Do you think we should check on Jerry?
I think so.
Something I think.
Do you feel better? Do you want a hug?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. We hug it out for a little bit. Fix
All
his
right.
calf. Oh my gosh. I put on eyeliner. I do not want to run. All right, let's go. Let's just be. We live in sadness too much, I think. You're not alone anymore. We'll get through this. All of this stuff.
I appreciate
Okay, let's go check on Jerry. I want to annoy him
This
some more.
group's been the first group of, I could say, maybe friends I've had in a long time. If y'all are willing
I
to
think
call
this
us
might be
friends.
I think I've had one other friend. So this is pretty cool. I don't really like Jerry that much. He's a bit of a douche. Frank
Yeah, I didn't really like him either, but
Frank is all right.
Meanwhile, on the other side of the door.
His life is
Jerry's
breaking
listening.
apart.
Jerry's like, what'd you say? Yeah, I didn't really like the doc much. He seemed kind of stuck up, but
I think
I was
he's-
surprised when when that elf girl, stupid elf girl, called me a dumb hick, and I get called that a lot. You know, it's not the first time, but it always kind of hurts a little bit.
Yeah.
I know there's a stereotype about West Virginia and stuff, but he stood up for me, and that was the first time someone ever done that. And maybe
Yeah.
he isn't so bad. I don't know. Maybe he's like us. You know,
He's
just got a lot of
stuff.
pent up feelings.
Yeah.
He's letting him out.
Jerry needs a group hug.
Yeah. I'm not giving him
All right.
Pick
Neither
some
mind.
tabs on
All
the
right, let's go
Jerry
and
group hug.
let's go over and check on Jerry.
Before you guys go in, I think I would like to brace some of the emotional conversations with the other team. I'm very excited.
I've never
to see
like
how
role played a character having like a deep emotional
This is
conversation.
not
I was
gonna
like,
go
this
well
is
with Jerry.
new.
Yeah,
It's
I'm
gonna
looking
be
forward
so
to it.
beautiful.
I need to know
But
that.
anyways, who are you grabbing?
Margie.
Yeah.
Just Marty. Okay.
Yeah, everyone else is crying in the room.
I mean, Derby!
Jerry's fetal position, like hugging
Yeah.
the pillow, ear
Tabs
against
is
the
like
door,
leaning over the
just-
toilet.
They're all
All right.
having big
Fix is
emotional
holding her
moments.
hair
Yeah.
back.
So yeah.
For the record, she was
them.
not throwing up. She was
And
just
you're like,
crying.
Frankie needs to relax, and
She's
the
my buddy in
spooky
the buddy
railroad
system.
took his drugs, so he needs the next best thing, which is Jazz Bar.
That's fair.
Jazz Bar's the new
He had
Colmex.
drugs. He had 2 doses of Colmex.
We knew about this.
For his
Yeah, he handed that
anxiety.
over to the union.
It is a mild tranquilizer, so sure. All right, so you start going to. Do you know where the jazz bar is?
Wasn't it mentioned?
It
Yeah.
was. It's called Pluto's Rings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I guess we
So
meet
it's
them
the
there.
same.
Correct. Sorry, I wanted to crack the joke about like, oh, all right, I'll see you later, and then you go the same direction.
Y'all bump
Oh.
into shit.
But
I'm
you
sitting
went
at
up
the
to
bar.
the-
I'm waiting for Cosmo. They walk in.
Yep.
I'm like, what?
Yeah.
I just like the idea of you coming in with Cosmo and there's you and you're like, yes, jazz, in like the front. I know that's not the
He's,
kind
like,
of jazz.
headbanging
I don't
to
think
the
any
jazz.
jazz
You
is
don't
like
rave
that.
to jazz, you snap.
Oh my gosh.
All right.
How well does that
Or
work?
you
for
swing
schools?
dance.
Flipping
What?
your
Huh?
hair.
Well, you can swing to jazz. It depends on the
Oh,
type
that's
of jazz
true.
playing.
That's true.
Nice.
What were you asking?
No, I thought that you were pointing me and like you can swing dance and like I thought Frankie was asking Margie to swing dance.
No.
They're not
unless
there yet.
Not unless they're playing in the jazz bar.
Playing what?
Well, why would they be going to the jazz bar and not playing?
Yeah, what
Maybe
else
they're-
is a jazz bar?
Maybe they're on break.
They just step on
I will
stage and they're
say-
like, "You want it?"
That fight was like 3 minutes, so not a very long performance
okay.
from them. So just a short one. As you are going towards, nope, I'm gonna deal with Jules first. Yep. So you enter into Pluto's rings, and would find it is a very, very dimly lit jazz bar with mostly dark blue ambient lighting. There would be a performance area with the like swing stands that like swing and jazz bands have in front of their instruments, but there is no one there right now. But you would see, and what looks to be no. Go ahead and roll a perception check. This is just for generating action points.
We
Perception plus survival.
I need to get corn cob out of my space. That's maybe one.
One action point.
I need to make sure it's one. Yeah, that's one.
Okay. Yeah, you would see Cosmo sitting in her power armor
Nice.
at a particular booth. And approaching it, you would see a small paper placard that just says, reserved for the Cosmopolitan on it. You would also see that this seat appears to be much more heavily reinforced than the others.
Looks like more or less a permanent booth for you.
She's just sitting back into the booth. Oh, yeah.
I'll slide in. Good to see you, Cosmo.
Hey, Festus. Crap, what's the code phrase again?
What's easy?
To advise others. Yep, right?
Yeah.
To advise others. What's hard?
To know myself. I don't really think we needed that. Met you enough times.
Mm-hmm.
It's good fighting out there.
Thank you.
I won a lot of money off of you tonight.
Good. You would actually... Her voice is... I can't really emulate it. Her voice is actually generated from the suit of power armor. So it is a... like a text-to-speech kind of program.
Mm-hmm.
But it is rather emotive and pretty advanced.
Now, before we get down to business, I've been asked for an autograph from you.
From who?
A friend of mine. Traveling companion.
Is he cute?
I mean, are you into ghouls?
That's
Yeah.
a cop out.
Why not?
I'll introduce you later.
You might not say no to this
I've
one.
met the cosmetician.
What do you want me to sign?
I'll just take a page out of my notebook. I'm not going to do that in actuality because I don't want to do
Right,
that.
right, yeah.
But I'll slide a page over from the notebook, the back of the notebook.
Do you want a message? Or do you have a message in mind?
Honestly, anything you can come up with would be fine. He's a musician himself.
Oh. What's his name?
Marion Franklin, but he goes by Frankie.
To Frankie, keep on playing, is what she writes. And the Cosmopolitan.
I think you're going to make his entire week.
She's just gonna write Cosmo instead.
A first name basis.
She might as well just put hearts on there.
XOXO.
Now I have to enter that arena.
Does have prom
Hicks,
vibes.
where's the rings?
I didn't bring. I have that jewelry. Oh, she's like, oh, the jewelry. Okay, you can use it.
Don't suppose you know where to find Courtlaund? The guy who does the
Don't.
lights.
He does the what?
He works here, apparently.
The lights? You might find him here. Most of the entertainers like this area. If he's show focused, he probably might be here.
I might wait it out with you then, if you don't mind. Do I see him around the room?
No. I'm rolling with that perception check from earlier. You do, however, see someone approach this booth who appears to be wearing a rather fancy outfit. It's a suit. It's well kept. He looks to be in his probably 50s or 60s. He's wearing sunglasses and has somewhat refined mustache. I certainly wasn't expecting to see the one and only Julian Ortega here.
I think you got me at a disadvantage.
Tom Bellamy. Do you mind if I sit here? I certainly don't want to interrupt any conversation.
I don't see how one more would hurt. As long as you're alright with it, Cosmo.
Sure. I do think this. I don't know what. How close you two are, but I was hoping to have a somewhat personal conversation with Julian. If you trust Cosmo, then that's all fine with me. But I wanted to play my cards right.
I mean, Mr. Bellamy, I'm not sure what you and I would have to have a conversation about.
Palm book.
I see. Is there another free booth around here that I could find?
Yeah, there are plenty. This doesn't seem to be the busiest night for a fight, but still pretty busy. And the lounge is pretty chill right now.
Cosmo, if you don't mind, I do think I'll take this one myself. I'll be back in a few
Alright.
minutes. Just nothing wrong, just personal.
If something's wrong, just call me and I'll bash his head in. Yeah, but don't worry. I mean,
The kind of support
no
I
threat
need.
to Miss Ortega. Mrs. Ortega.
Why don't we go get a seat, Mr. Bellamy?
You would find a somewhat secluded booth in the back of the jazz bar. It is pretty vertically oriented. There are a lot of different levels to this actual bar, so we would go to the top.
You mind fetching a gin and tonic? I think this is probably a better conversation to have over a drink.
Sure. He would return with those after a minute.
Well, you know a name I didn't think you would. So I think that means you start.
I was considering joining Palm Book. I used to live in the Arb. I'm a bit of a robotics expert. And I heard about your little experiment. But I also heard what happened to it.
Well, if all you're meaning to do here is relive glory days, I'd rather not.
I'm not here to relive glory days. I'm here to, I guess, check in. Are you doing anything else? Is there any hope for the project? No, that's too objectifying. For who you were working on?
I have continued my work to some extent, Mr. Bellamy, but it's not the same as it used to be. I'm sure you can understand after what happened, there wouldn't be a second.
That's a shame. I think something wonderful happened there.
Well, I think the same, but I think the Brotherhood disagreed. This isn't really a world that's ready for wonderful things yet.
So there is a future, though.
I like to think so. I think if humanity survived this long, there's gotta be. I didn't think a week ago I'd be sitting in a jazz lounge in a dress like this. There are still small things left.
I meant more in a transhumanist perspective matter of things.
If that's your interest, I think it might be a little misplaced.
thought
What I
that
was
was your
doing was
interest.
never about mixing the two. What is your interest exactly?
In the future, obviously.
Yes, but what does that look like for you?
Well,
People use that in a very vague way.
valid point. Well, I thought that it meant that we could eventually move past the things that hinder us, the things that tie us, the things that limit us. And I thought that's what you thought too. From what I heard, of course.
It was.
And it's not now.
I think my perspective back then, Mr. Bellamy, if you need to know, was a little misguided. I wouldn't be able to explain it. Not without you having seen what had happened. But I don't think the hope is where you think it is. And transcendence of humanity anymore.
Then where is it?
I think it's in the fact that we survived in the first place. Artificial life still has a lot to offer us. I'm not saying that's not true. And like I said, I've continued my work. But the purpose isn't to find something better than humanity anymore, just something different.
Well, take it from me, Mrs. Ortega.
Miss.
Miss. Different is deadly. And the Brotherhood knows it.
Well, then you're going to be glad to know that I'm not planning another palm book.
But you're still doing something.
Nothing that's going to threaten you. I'm past all the grand heroics.
That's
that was
for the Brotherhood to decide.
Well, I'm not doing what I was used to. I'm pretty sure you know that by now.
You're doing something else. You're keeping it going. That
Not
branch
it.
was supposed to be burnt to the ground.
And it was. I think you should know one person alone is not going to be a threat. You've killed anyone else who believed in the project, so just leave it there.
But you're not doing the same. You've changed your philosophy, but your practices remain the same.
And how would you know anything about that?
You just admitted to continuing it in some form.
I'm always going to be working on artificial intelligence. That's not the same thing as hegemony. You can hound me across the Midwest if that's what you choose to do.
That's not
If
what
that's
I'm
what
gonna
you want to
say.
spend your resources on, but it's misguided.
We're keeping eyes. That's it.
So what? This is a courtesy call.
It's a courtesy call from me, not from the Brotherhood.
And you're what?
What's easy?
To advise others.
And what's hard?
To know myself.
I don't know if Marion ever mentioned me.
I didn't know you were still...
I'm not in Polis. I left that. Because they wanted to keep the deadly experiment around. And I left them because what you were doing was a serious threat to the peace that we have in this world.
Well, Mr. Bellamy, if all you wanted was a social call, you could have been a little nicer about it. I don't think we've got anything further to discuss. You've made yourself abundantly clear. I'll tell the rest of Polis you say hello. And I'm going to pick up my gin and tonic, hold it up, and I'm going to walk back over to join Cosmo.
All right. Do I need to bash his head in?
And stain the floor in here? That's probably mahogany. Not saying he doesn't deserve it, though, and I'm going to take a long swig.
If you would perhaps look back, you would see that there was no man there anymore.
It's been a long time since I've got drunk, Cosmo. What is there to do for fun around here?
You would see a drinking, emergency drinking port, we'll call it, emerge from her suit of power armor. It's a straw.
Emergency induction
Yeah.
port.
Which these were actually included in gas masks and other sorts of like 1950s like radiation control. Because you don't want to take your gas mask off in the event of like a toxin or something like that. And if you need to drink something, sure. It's also just a hassle to. It's not like a mechanical like, but like there are
You
straw
never
attachments
mentioned
for gas masks.
You never mentioned that to me.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm not gas mask police, but I am the GM.
What
But-
was Bellamy's call sign?
Prometheus.
Okay.
I've just been wearing a gas mask this whole time and not being able to drink anything
I'm so
without
sorry.
leaving the entire party.
Hey, get a suit of power armor. There you go. It could be you have a civilian gas mask that didn't have that feature.
Probably.
Yep, that is valid. Back to Frankie. So you and Margie are making your way over towards Pluto's rings. As you're making your way towards it, you would see a door marked entertainment only swing open, and somebody absolutely tossed to the curb of the casino floor, essentially. As you would see just a disheveled looking person wearing the same like white tuxedo outfit as the rest of the Protons, being tossed out by the man who looked like the conductor. So this conductor just tosses it into the floor and just, if you want to take psychotats, do it after the performance. You're out. We're taking your trumpet. Get out of here.
That's a heck of a way to improvise, but
I'm gonna like push Frankie towards it. Do you need a new trumpeter?
Yes.
He
You know
plays.
one.
He plays.
I do indeed.
Are you good?
I'd like to think so.
Richter, take off your tux. That's Proton property. Take off right now. Right now. Take it off.
Rip, you're in the middle of the hallway.
Do it. If you want any chance of playing with us again, you're gonna have to take it off right now. Okay? Okay? Okay, yeah. Richter, who is high on Daddy-O, or sorry, no.
Wait a minute.
Psychotats. There's a drug named Daddy-O.
What is Daddy over there?
Daddy-O is
It makes you
I'm
smarter.
high on Daddy.
All
so.
over the place.
Yeah, it makes you smarter but less sociable.
Yes,
So you
you're
take an
next.
intelligence bonus and I don't know what that would be. What the drug equivalent of that would be. Make shrooms.
Oh.
Like your mind is open to like crazy things, but you're also like really weird to talk to.
I don't think we actually have drugs that make you more intelligent.
Yeah, no. We do.
It's called caffeine.
Bingo.
Oh, no.
Nootropics.
No, that is
it's
a
exactly
stimulant.
like
No, no,
caffeine.
look up nootropics, drugs that are supposed to enhance mental activity, and the first one that'll come up is caffeine.
Not sure.
I mean, it is a
intelligence, but okay.
stimulant, but it is a central
Yeah,
nervous
it is.
system stimulant.
Yes.
So it is stimulating
Anyways.
the function
Okay,
of the
anyways.
brain.
Digression.
The
It's
suit.
literally making your brain run
Yes.
faster.
Okay, come back into the chat. I need to know, how good of a player are you? We don't need the best. We just need someone who can fill in.
Very good.
I'll put 2 thumbs up.
Roll a persuasion check.
I've got my thumbs up in agreement. But
Well
I'm not
played.
speaking.
Well played. Well, here's the thing: would it be disconcerting for someone to be like in a gas mask?
It depends on your perspective. This is a place with a lot of weird people. Some person is at this bar who will never take off power armor.
And he can
Valid. All right.
because he's got the.
You can assist.
Save the other one for later. It's 2 successes.
I didn't get a success.
Okay, that's weird. You're in.
2.
Okay.
Wait, what did you say?
I didn't. I put
Oh.
my thumbs up in agreement.
So they're just the lifeless eyes of a gas mask. And just...
Support.
With like opera length gloves.
Everything's covered.
Yeah.
Come on,
Okay,
Frankie.
what's your name?
Frankie.
Frankie. Nice to meet you. I'm Angelo Andito.
Oh, I know who you are.
Of course.
I'm a big fan of the Protons.
Even better. I'll take it. All right, get changed real quick. We're going on in 5.
He's getting changed.
Okay. Roll an agility check.
Easy. With any skill attached?
This
Change
is
clothes.
Hidden focus of. You know what? You just changed out of your suit into
Another suit.
another suit. There you go.
So many outfit changes for Frankie in
say 4.
particular.
Why not? Oh, also because you're changing from a suit to another suit, you probably wouldn't have to change like your shirt. So you're just putting on a new jacket. Yeah.
2 successes.
Yeah, you're good. You just whoop, whoop, whoop. Ready. Okay, this is Richter's trumpet. This is fine with you? Where's your trumpet?
You know, I left it in Indianapolis.
Okay, that's fine.
How
Here's Richter's
How
trumpet.
fancy is this trumpet?
It is very, very fancy. It's silver. Not actual silver, but, you know, silver-looking brass. Because you can get... There are trumpets that look silver and ones that look more golden. Yeah, it is probably... It's a pre-war brand, obviously.
The valves don't stick.
Yeah, it is well oiled and lubricated. It is perfect. Yep.
Go Frankie.
Okay, never mind. Yeah.
What are we playing?
I think we're just doing standards tonight. Chops is a little tired. It's been a long day. Let's see. You know Spring in Paris?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Frankie
You know-
has heard all of their tunes on the crop duster.
Okay.
Not because
Yeah.
he listens to it on a Pit Boy, but from town to town.
Yeah.
Every time, radio tuned.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. You know what? This is a unique checkers. We could do something different. Do you have any requests? Any song you might? You're bringing new ideas to the table, obviously.
I know the Protons are big on improv.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Is there anything that you might think we could improv?
I don't have a name for it, but I can improvise.
Well, no, that's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying, like, never mind. It was worth a shot. We'll just do American Patrol. Why not?
Oh, wait. Barnes is with us. Sergeant Corporal.
Yeah.
He asked for Stars and Stripes. Stars and Stripes forever.
Wait, Stars and Stripes for Susan? In a swing bee? Oh, that just might work. I'm gonna go tell Tanner. Alright, get ready.
Okay.
Okay, Margie and Sergeant Corporal. Well, I'm sorry. Where are you going?
Yeah, I'm gonna go to the bar where you would actually listen to people play
Okay.
and look around. And I assume the people aren't on the stage yet,
Correct, they're not.
but would I see anyone else that I would recognize?
I am downing gin and tonic.
So I would see Jules over there.
Yeah.
Having a great time like the people
yeah.
upstairs.
She's
No.
not looking like she's having a great time.
No more action points on this one. But yes, you do see Julian and Cosmo. Before we continue with that, first off, are you guys fine going till 9:30? Okay. All right. So we're gonna go back to the suite, suite 312.
Come on, let's go check on Jerry.
No answer.
Jerry,
Jerry? Doc?
Can I help you?
can we help you? Are you doing okay?
I'm fine.
I don't believe you.
We don't believe you.
It's a free country.
Not anymore. I go try and open the door.
So the door's unlocked.
I open the
He's just
I open the door and
sitting
say, I hope you're decent.
He's just sitting in the corner of the room on the floor with Hennig right beside him. He's just petting Hennig.
Hennig's ears up as the other folks enter the room.
Corncob is hopping along the ground like a parrot would. You know, people have parrots and they just chill.
Want to talk about? I like very lean on something.
I feel like if Pix was a real person, I would be like besties in real life.
Really, I think so. She does not understand how bodies work.
You know why I got really angry with that elf girl when she said what she did to you?
What? What do you mean?
When she insulted her?
When she was talking about... Oh, you're talking about her insulting me?
Yes.
Why?
Because the world never changes. It's always been that way and always will be that way. A couple of these people that always put you down, treat you like you're lesser than them, and you do everything. You bend over backwards. You compromise on everything. You become everything they want you to become, and it's still not good enough.
What did your brother say to you?
Yes.
Nothing new. Nothing new. It's not over yet.
Well, you sounded real excited to see him, and then you come back upset. Sounds like he said something that wasn't very kind. Did you guys get along when you were kids?
You know, it's like you want to sell your soul to the devil, but even the devil won't take you.
Not sure exactly what that means, because I've never been interested in doing that, but, I'm not really sure what... Can you just use, all y'all like to use these metaphors.
Jerry,
I grew up on a farm.
if the devil doesn't want your soul, that's not a bad thing.
That means you go to heaven, right?
Not the devil.
No, if the devil don't want your soul, you can go to heaven, right? So it's the other side?
It's just complicated. But sort of. I think that if he doesn't want your soul, the devil can go bleep himself. And she said something that wasn't actually that thing. She was something. It was something.
No,
much
you
nicer.
censored her. I get it.
Yeah.
Or maybe she did.
She did
say
literally
bleep.
say bleep.
She definitely.
That would be funny.
She thinks that's what swearing is, because her parents were very interesting.
Are you cussing with me?
Yeah.
Things are fine. I just need to talk it over with him. He'll come see me in a little bit. If not, I'll go find him.
What is it you want to exactly do?
I wanted to finish what we started.
That's
Which would be...
To fix me.
Oh, fix all your, broken bones, your cane.
yeah, but don't say it like that.
I didn't say it was a bad thing.
Look, I know you both mean well, but this is family business.
I don't think he's acting like your family.
Yeah.
I think he's treating you like
I think
dirt.
if someone treats you like garbage, you shouldn't really call them your family, you know?
As long as he has what I need, he'll have to be.
Can't we figure it out some other way?
What do you think I've been doing for the last 10 years?
Do you have, an incurable disease? Are you trying to find a cure?
When in the vault where I came from, my mother and father were both researchers, heavily involved in trying to develop chems. My mother, when she was pregnant with me, was exposed to some noxious fumes, some noxious chemicals in an accident, and they think that's why I am the way I am.
That came out kind of weird too. But, not the same, obviously.
So you think your brother might, be able to fix all your chemical stuff.
If he can't, then no one can.
Well, maybe you can. Maybe no one can.
Did you tell him this?
Doesn't mean you can't enjoy your life still. If anything, I would think if I was dying, then that means I gotta enjoy life even more, you know, because I got a little less of it.
And what have I got left to enjoy?
There's lots of things to enjoy. It's just a matter of finding those things, you know? Finding joy in the little things or whatever, I don't know, people say.
I've got ideas.
Are they good ideas?
Very good.
How about you run one by me? I could use some.
You'll see. Anyways, enough about me.
It sounds like, oh, I have a great idea. Don't come to school tomorrow.
It does.
Well, I think one thing that could be helpful is I'm going to go to that jazz bar. Because that's fun. And I would love to do that. And I think you guys should come along.
I might too.
I'll wait here.
Are you sure?
My brother said he'd be by.
You could leave a note, Sam, in a jazz bar.
I think being by yourself, crying in the corner, it's okay. I was just doing that too. It's not really good for you long term. Tabitha has not been around people for a while, so
No, I love her so much.
she just be saying whatever.
She's what Jerry needs
It's
right
so
now.
nice.
Literally.
Yes.
I don't think crying in the corner is gonna do any good.
I'm not crying.
Yeah, I don't believe that. I was crying,
Crying.
you was crying, everybody's crying. Okay, it's okay.
Crying on the inside. She does do the accent. Also, I think Hennig wants to go. Right, Hennig?
Yeah.
You want to get your
To this?
buddy out of this?
Hennig gives a very, very low and polite woof.
Aww.
See, he wants
He
to
wants
go.
you to go with him.
I think your brother's, you know, he's gonna be in this Xanadu place for however long he's been in this. He knows you're here, and I think you sitting in here, dwelling on it, thinking about it, crying about it, it's not gonna do you any good. So I think
We
you should
can
come with us
leave
to
a
the
note,
jazz
too.
concert, take a break, take your mind off of the brother thing for a bit, clear your head, and then come back to it. Maybe that's your brother.
I go, if it is, we should be out here. I go and I just like slide into bed.
Tabs is like,
I like leave the
Tabs
room,
goes up to the
go to the room that the
"Hello,
door
are you
said,
his brother?"
look and just,
Hi. Are you, there's this guy with just, like, slicked back black hair, very deep eyes, and just looks at the paper. Are you Julian Ortega?
no, she's part of our group though.
I come out and say, I'm Jillian Ortega.
Deception check.
Bro.
Bruh!
She's not.
No, that's not Julian Ortega.
I did see a 20 there.
And there's a
Frank
5,
leans
so
into the
2
door.
successes.
And a
But,
combination.
yeah.
It's like Spartacus.
also-
I'm Julian Ortega.
Your friends did just say
Yeah.
no.
It was like,
No,
I'll roll against them.
She's down
Well,
at the
no, you can't
at the
roll
jazz bar, I think, or somewhere, right? Is that where she's
Roll
sitting?
persuasion checks, both of you, independent. Whatever
Wait,
the successes are, we'll
Is he a
give you
man?
don't you dare.
I'm
Yeah, he's a man.
I think that's still just 2.
2 success. I got a 3 and a 5. So
3 successes.
2 successes.
Uh-huh. You said she's down in the jazz bar?
I think so, or somewhere. I don't remember exactly. She was gonna go talk to somebody.
Well, that is 3.
She's going to talk to somebody. I don't know.
3. -3. -2.
She's gonna talk to
Okay.
Sorry about
somebody.
that.
She went to go talk to somebody. Point is, she's not here. I know exactly where she is. We're going to the jazz concert. How urgent is your message?
Oh, it's not urgent. Sorry, it's not urgent.
Can you leave like a note?
No, I just wanted to meet her. And,
Can
Oh,
we
you
take
want
a
me?
name?
yeah,
What's your name?
Mr. Avrancev.
Mr. Avrancev?
It's the guy.
What guy?
The neuromentalist guy.
Oh my gosh!
You know what? Why don't you come with us? We're all going to the jazz concert. I think she's down there somewhere. If not, we can find her or find the other groups.
All right.
And then you can go meet each other.
Of course.
Right, Doc? We're going to the jazz concert.
What time is it?
By now it's probably like 9 o'clock.
PM?
Yes. You guys arrived pretty late.
Is
All
it
right,
past your
going to-
bedtime?
He's going to leave a note and then just put it on the door.
Cool.
Meet me at 10:30
Okay,
at
gotcha.
one of the bars.
You know,
don't
Doc,
remember
this
which
might
one.
this
Go.
might seem like
Pick one.
a
Do
weird.
you want it to be commonplace, refined, solitary? You can meet at the.
Solitary.
All right, you could. If the mob is not there, you could meet at the bowling alley bar.
Okay.
Hey, Doc, this might sound like a weird question, but sometimes it helps. Do you need a hug?
I'm fine.
All right, because Pix gave me a hug and made me feel better.
Hennig, do you need a hug?
Hennick's gonna insight check that.
He's like,
Sure.
That is 3 successes. Hennig just leans up against you.
Oh.
He
I'm
pats
gonna-
Hennig.
When we get a chance, it might be one this time. I'm gonna like grab Hennig and I'm gonna like use him to like hook.
Oh yeah.
But I'm just gonna
Like,
pick
pick
him
up
up and
that
put him
touch.
on like.
Don't
put-
touch my dog.
Yeah, Hennig would resist a little bit about this.
Yeah.
Yep.
he is a
Thanks,
service
Papa.
dog. So.
Yes.
Real life PSA: don't touch service dogs without permission.
Yeah. Yep.
No matter
That's
how
permission.
cute
No
they
matter
may be.
how cute
They're
they are.
always so cute too.
That's right.
If they're
They're so
working,
good at their
I felt like I
jobs.
saw a
Me too.
Rottweiler
Yeah.
and it looked right at me one time. and I
All
was
right.
like,
Okay.
I can't pet you.
So, you all would go down to the jazz bar with Mr. Avrancev. So let's see. Jules and Cosmo are in the booth. Margie is also in the booth now?
Yeah, I'm gonna go up to their booth
Yeah.
and I'm gonna tell Julian, Frankie will be playing here in a bit.
You got in the band?
Yep.
Well, that's good news.
The-
He must be having a good day.
Cosmo just points at the paper.
That one.
Right.
I'll put him out to you.
Oh, cool. Nice.
Margie, how are you doing? Drink.
Better than a lot of the rest.
Oh, you mean
Yep.
Frankie and Jerry?
Well, Frankie's probably doing better now, but Jerry and Tabs,
Tabs?
she started crying.
What? Is she okay? Or
I asked and she told me to leave.
This would be the perfect moment for Tabs like
Oh.
come. Hey,
okay.
Hey, I'm doing fine.
yeah, I'm fine now.
Did something happen?
I don't know.
All right, you know what? Not my problem. Not my problem. Not managing the freelancers. And she's gonna like set the glass down hard.
Julian is
Not
too much of a yes
managing
man.
freelancers. And then she's gonna like whisper into her glass one more time. Not managing.
She's like the mom
freelancers,
of
and
the
then she's
group.
gonna take another swig.
All
She's
right.
obviously a little buzzed.
Nice.
How long is it gonna take us to get to the bar?
I will go ahead and say right now, because I think
Okay.
everyone should
Also-
catch the performance of the Protons.
Yeah.
I feel like Margie's gonna stare over and see the sight of the power armor
Yep.
with the straw, and I'm just gonna like stare at it.
I like your
Oh.
gas mask.
I like your armor.
Margie Shelton, this is Cosmo.
Hello.
Hello.
There's it. There they are.
She's just mesmerized
I'm gonna look
by this
Awkward
concept.
silence.
yeah.
How ready is Julian for this conversation with this dude?
She's like animated. She's
Oh, no.
got like a
I
couple
don't
of
think I've
drinks in front
seen
of
her
her.
animated, so I'm gonna like,
goes up when you drink.
I'm gonna do like a. All right, I'm not wingmanning as in like love interest. I'm wingman as like impressed.
Well, I mean, is he
person.
fine?
Who? Wait.
The doctor.
guy.
The guy?
Is he
The
hot?
guy.
What? There's many guys.
Mr.
The neuro guy.
The guy.
He's
The
apprehensive, the
Avrancev.
mentalist.
Avrancev.
Yes.
Is he
Avrancev.
cute? Yes or no?
You're definitely gonna have to
Uh,
put that one in the spelling chat.
I'm just gonna become.
Yeah,
in
put it
real
in
life.
the-
I 100% have no idea how that's
Yeah.
I'll
spelled.
say he's an 8.
Oh. So then maybe you.
All right, I'll mix a little bit in there. Mix a little bit.
Okay.
I'll just like,
Slide
and
it
here
on.
is the one and only Miss Ortega.
Cosmo would ask Margie. I like your gas mask. It's very nice.
Thank you.
It's a good model.
I don't have a lot of experiences with the different kinds.
What do you have experience with?
repairing things, medicine, some other stuff.
She's very good with robots.
Really? You sound a lot like me. I did just a lot of sneaky scavenging. And then I found power armor, and it was the best thing. Do you want some power armor?
Is that an option?
Yeah. I got Diaz's armor. It's kind of in not good condition, but
I could fix it.
That's
Probably.
not the sort of thing you say no to. I could help you fix it.
I'm so sorry, Nathaniel.
Oh, I only
You
joke
join
about,
the jazz band, I
only-
get the power
I only
armor.
joke about the power armor. I don't want it.
Well, Margie's got it.
Oh my gosh. Spare him. Oh, take his armor.
okay. It's worth probably 9,000 caps. Pretty nice.
If Margie's facial expression could be read, it'd be wild.
We're in room 312, if that helps at all.
I don't think we can move that to the top floor unless you're in it.
Oh.
I'll put it in the garage outside. Stables.
Thank you.
Use it well. Paint it. Paint it something unique.
Okay.
This is a great decision, and I hope I don't regret it.
At about this time, the rest of the gang would show up.
Hey, y'all!
Margie swallows her gum. Want some power armor?
I'm gonna slide one of my gins over to Margie.
She's gonna like pick it up, put it down.
Wait, I'm gonna slide it back.
Okay, how has she been eating and like sleeping this entire trip?
She sleeps with the gas mask on unless there's in separate rooms or something. She goes away from the group to eat.
Huh.
So yeah,
I've been there, my friend. I've been
you
there.
you just like
So she
you've
just has
never seen her
COVID.
eat. Yeah, you've never seen her eat or drink anything
Oh, yes.
near you because she has to take the mask off.
So she's a Mandalorian.
Basically,
Yes,
yeah.
it's basically Mandalorian rules. It's like you can't take the mask off of their people. So yeah, she can't just like drink in a public place. It is not possible.
All right, so this group of people would walk up to the booth with Cosmo, Julian, and Margie. It's pretty big, so there is room for actually all of you. And Mr. Avransov would just say, "Oh, Cosmo, good to see you. You must be
The one and only.
Julian Ortega."
Take it.
There have been a lot of people having me at a disadvantage tonight. Do you have a name?
Mr. Avransov.
Oh, you're the... I saw your poster.
Oh, nice. But you didn't go to my show.
I've been a little busy. I did plan on it.
Well,
You any good?
I was wondering if you wanted to have a drink. We talk a little bit about that hotel AI that you're working on.
I mean, I've had a few of those already, but I could do a dance.
All right. Yeah, I'm in. Proton should be out in just a minute.
You get rid of me.
She's swinging, but the mood music hasn't started yet.
Yep. Frankie, real quick. You would
already
see
had 3 gins.
I thought
a
I'd be
rather
dancing
short
with
African-American
Frankie,
woman
and you're
approach you.
dancing too, Frankie.
Chops Tanner herself.
So, you're Richter's replacement?
No, for tonight, yes.
All right.
Mrs. Tanner, Miss Tanner, it's an absolute pleasure to meet you. I've
Oh,
heard
you
you
know
on.
me.
I listen to all your tunes on the crop duster every time I'm near a radio.
Crop Duster's great. Great person. I'll be honest. I have never met a ghoul with embouchure before. Do you mind proving that you can actually play first? I'm sorry. I'm at a disadvantage here. I trust you that you have listened to our songs. I just want some proof. That's it.
Are we in like a
Yeah, it's a little
So-
practice area. It's walled off.
okay?
Yeah.
Frankie will hit a jazz riff.
Okay. Do you want to roll a check or just do that as well as Frankie would be able to do it?
Probably if I don't have to roll for it, that'd be great. Yeah, Frankie
It
has
is enough to prove that you
Frankie
definitely
has
can
enough
play.
lips to do something.
Wow. I'm impressed. let's see how you do on the floor.
Well, if you're impressed with my performance, I might have a question or two for afterwards.
Oh, absolutely. But right now, we've got a stage to sew. All right, and Angelo would walk out first. Well, good evening, everyone. I hope you are all ready for just another great performance tonight. Great performance. It's been a long day, and so I hope you are ready to just relax with some wonderful tunes. Introducing the Protons. And all these people, it's about, let's say 15 people, counting Frankie, in these white tuxedos come out on this jazz stage with all the different instrument stands in front of them. And you would see there is one ghoul amongst them. Marion Frankie Franklin himself.
Yes.
And with that, we will end session for this week. Is
Session.
that's less of a cliffhanger than last week, but still a
No, this
minor
is more of a
cliffhanger.
cliffhanger.
That means
So-
the next
so nervous
session
about
will be
it.
like opening up Frankie's show.
That's right.
Yeah.
Frankie's show. All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us, everyone. We will see you all next week.